pharmacy no wusko bi jani so adroi enye ma bofra ondim brumfie dumienu ananso oba woma obanufuo Dominion herbal powder for your well-being. DBS MOBBA Fishiapa. DBS Gusua Wokuru Dinosaur amount free. For color length plus roofing sheet nibi. 9 amount 20-year fading warranty. Free estimate. Na yansan so emmo dinosaur amount free. DBS and I may come for Eddie Achrewoy. On Krabata Usunyane, Tamale, Takrade, Kumasi Nafe and Craig. Usunyane afre 0541 513 243. Tamale Fonson Fre 0501 332 897. Or Takrade now tell or Good News FM so afre 0506 004 242. Nakumasi Fonson Fre 0506 004 141. One crying DBS L Springtex Road. Oben Papaya Restaurant, you know. Oh, cry for 0240-844-444. DBS Industries Limited. Roofing Papa if ye. And you may queer Darama. My lady is seated. Lady Caroline. In her full glory. I love that smile. Yeah. Adom Obibini.
And we are doing for Friday, my man.
A new wine cry. Yeah, me the mamu. A new wine. What's up?
What the maker? And no what's up?
Yeah. Say no, you tria kakra. Mark you tria bikra. Okay, ibitria.
CJ me who be say my men kai ma wansa na yakom. O say obi say watcha a Jubilee House picture.
Yeah.
And I watch her say by now JM is awake in his new house and looking through the windows. I hope Adodi left him some toothpaste.
Ghana.
So in Ghana for say Omunda Osama unkokwa. Na CJ Nema they are trendy. Nema trendy pa. Yes. A4 sheets kakra you crame wa ha say. Yes, started free dissolution no be see ene. Na nema ni be see wa parliament no. They na dissolutive parliament na 9 parliament for no so be mu ne ade no. Nema e course so un say last week me ba say court say MP elect for Akwetia on any sort of parliament, okay? But he was there.
Yes. He was sworn in.
Yes. Na asema majority leader ato force and eka fa ho no. See the my NTA. Okay,
NTA majority leader.
The court has issued an order. The said order has been served on the member and the clerk to Parliament. Mr. Chairman, you read to us Article 105 of the Constitution. The honorable member, the minority leader, took responsibility and spoke on behalf of the member-elect. We want to, yes, I listened to him, I heard him. If he's taking responsibility, let the records reflect. Let the records reflect that the member-elect for Akwetia constituency has disregarded the court order and the repercussions of Article 105 of the Constitution applies. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Aye, internasema okay no.
Okay.
Now we say na ebisa say spiritually good. Emma Yera Fenyo Marking so bet na minority leader konya ni mu ana. Na enye yenkwa na ebisa no. Yera okuje to ablakwa so bisa no. Se onim asema na spiritual fathers na culture na afi a. Se obet na mu no. See the yenti.
All right. This
is my 4th term in this House. And this is the first time in the history of this Parliament. Our standing orders are very clear. When you rise to second a motion, there must be no remark, no debate. What the minority leader, who has not told us if it is now spiritually okay for him to sit in the minority leader's chair. I don't know what his spiritual advisors are telling him now. He cannot be violently violating our standing orders with such impunity. We cannot accept it.
Now, okay, say na era fenyo kasentinia speaker ayama NDC fo nyina ntie ye beja wa ma wakon o se enye omo mpaebo a eye omo side no
MPP side no
enye omo mpaebo pa de a
I got speaker get to baby.
Cry, CJ.
You see, you guys cannot take it. We sat quietly and allow you to punch us. You can't take it. Mr. Speaker has even come to your rescue. I'm not done. I won't finish now. Sit down. Honorable Majority Leader. Mr. Speaker, because of your intervention. Please. Mr. Speaker, because of your intervention. Mr. Speaker is my father. That is why I'm obliging him. Even of all he did for you people, he wanted to stage a coup against you. Some of you didn't want him to come again. Mr. Speaker, it is true. And if they dare me, I'll mention names. Yes. Some of you didn't want Mr. Speaker back. Of all that he did for you to get power, you wanted to remove him. It took the prayers of our side. It took the prayers of our side to get Mr. Speaker back to this house.
And say no mpaibo pa dia. And no mpaibo pa dia can speaker. One time.
Can I do my bone?
Na CJ am for dress call you. MPC.
Yeah. Binum fa wo mo pa.
Obi she obi wedding gown mu a.
Me nada. Jomoro. Member of Parliament. Me who no ni velu se na ye edinachi.
Trail.
My friend saying.
Trail. Veil near this.
Ayo. Me da say yeah, trail ya edinachi.
White red no.
White no. Say anadwo no. O share white.
White no. Red near enra. Obi engagement style mu. Hey. Na ba ko bi a trendy ye ma me Patricia Apieje. Parliament.
Yeah, ma no or snatch ye no.
Oh, say I want to be snatched. Oh, na.
Yeah, na what
na obi comment or say Patricia Apieje will explode in her corset by the time Afenyo Markin is done wasting everybody's time. Hey. What will be no bra Facebook picture
over Facebook
promise picture no.
Manenko mine.
Yeah. Na see the year wa Parliament no ye buy no a ye swearing in. You best start with the outfit.
Yeah.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Yes.
You started with the outfit.
Yeah.
A trendy papa. Oh, sir, symbols na e wanna card ye n'anim no. Obi a sheda na wa fa ne baako.
Na wa chire mu.
To say the symbolism of President John Mahama's 2025 inauguration outfit. And Nyamidria, Tree of God, Sankofa, Return and Take It, Learning from the Past. And Kenteno Emrepa da wenim, Better Days Await You. And Jinyame, the omnipotence of God. And see the way everyone is saying. Last one. You're born to say.
Near once your head. Dream and Nimmen. Humility and strength.
Okay. Yeah. It's the outfits no near what videos trend day time and or designer know how he wanted the outfit and all of that. Yeah. Na adia ba ko so trendy speech no. Kofo say Omampeni speech no rehearsing 8 years ago ana. Now
That's technology for
and Kofo say technology. Now obi commenter or make us even the digitalization economy leaders never use teleprompter at any event. Hey, Ghana for Kasao CJ. Ghana for Kasao. Na Nsem bia a trended from inauguration no. Yebra His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Na Okasano or say Tinubu President of the Federal Republic of Ghana. CJ.
Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice, Your Excellency, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Ghana, and special guest of honor for this occasion, and special guest, Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Ghana, and special guest of honor for this occasion.
I'm sure say maybe overwhelming
oversight. Oversight.
Yeah. Na adeba kuswa trendy na sema na okache the former president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Oh, now it's a time when we were at Parliament. Now he had hair, but on no time. That time they still had the bald hair
and the round.
It's even Ghana for the Omampeni Dada Nana Addo. A reaction and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama time I know Kasano. Yembo voice no na yenshe reaction no.
All right.
Nana, as this will be our final meeting under these circumstances. And as I look back on the journey we have traveled together, two much younger men who entered Parliament together with a full head of black hair, and you with the same bald head and round eyeglasses, I have to say that you have, without exception, been a worthy opponent.
There was no smile, CJ. I didn't see anything. I say, Terminator no.
And another the bald head, no and the round glasses, no they share. President Mahama. Nsem Bibre.
Na asofu kumchacha so akasa. O say Omampeni Dada Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Na memu omu no ne yere ansreda.
Nana Addo yere ansreda.
Nyame na mkan you. Yenti.
Say you any say Amamu Oponia, Nanado, Edeba Ghana, not the whole world. The West President here, Yeniano, and then Nanado, and what in the Juma. Now, Mamu Papa, Abba, Etinia, also from Chacha, and then at that, Yadi Drama Hammer, Asia, the Asso, Etinia, Wakarado Wahano, Ebin that way, a mystery, Ebin Sida, Sana, or town for the call, or town for the Nana do the sun where a town for. Yakasa, quarry a town for, but I know she and another was one. What kind of sites I said if you want she and another by you, one year the Papa Biama Ghana. Adia and another by ya, my gun, and I say, Rollins said, yes, you know, any program. Rollins, you no, and then the yellow S our party, I said, and one over here. And Adia and another somebody, I said, what if $58 million? They got 2 swimming pool. So what you see, I saw the Yama and I saw about 4 Korean and I don't heaven. I was saying, that was $58 million. And I did an another bay and say, what do a year and him for the war? No command the woman solid. And I did Naili Rebecca, Abay and say, on street that it will be asking, the piano woman. That's me, the piano woman on Serena. That's me also for Kumchacha, and that Yawaha. Ya Papa John Mahama, Etra, Akunyana so. Now, if we never call 4 years, Ghana for be difference. And one no.
Sauti.
Say, Emma Rebecca.
On Sreda, Simu.
Oh, really? I don't come, Chacha.
Me kwa pictures ni videos I am a mere smiling aba and ochina me the be brim. Na CJ last one.
I mean the last video be a trendy ya.
No son. I think by far that's the only video I me who
I don't know but
doom so trendy mum.
Doom so.
Ah.
Me yamash me.
I said I'm sure 2 days echino. Ude yentie yenya Mahama na
Mahama beye obeye.
Oh you
obeye enti
yetie ora John Jenapo.
Okay. All right, yentie no.
I have bad news for you. Just today the confirmation we are getting is that we have only 5 hours of fuel stock. If you look at heavy fuel oil and distillate fuel, we don't have up to 2 days. And so in 2 days' time, we are likely to run out of fuel. This administration has not ordered any fuel as we speak. And it takes on average 4 weeks for the fuel to arrive and 4 weeks for the fuel to be treated. And so we are in a very serious situation. At the transition, we brought this up. The outgoing administration assured us that they had procured some parcels of fuel. Today, right after President Mahama assumed office, and I served on the transition, my checks indicate that we do not have fuel that can cater for even 2 days. So clearly we have a major problem. And this is an incoming administration. Even if you order the fuel, like I'm telling you, it will take about 8 weeks.
Meaning this Ura John Jenapo or prepare Ghana for again for an impending doomso. Niombe timia ye biano.
Omoni.
Somoye. Maybe you say no Ghana for ama this overwhelming victory. Enti see idea Ghana for shadam pe excuses in fixing the economy, fixing whatever is broken. And not Ghana for
that is what
simplicity. It is say abandon no craft fuel, so and craft fuel. Nah, it's going to take 4 weeks, so say 8 weeks. No. Nya Ghana for ye Jan say Kaniano. Ebesi swamain. Tiawa. Yeah, tiawa.
A man for bisa say o man penny that toothpaste na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no. Video ba ko so e trendy video na minim ni pakro yi picture frame no free soro honom no minim say wahu sa video na
there be
ko Facebook mami it's for na hwefo emra Facebook na say my so how dey mami fa man wa ha no wo dey hwe okay aba oh a trend pow mobo we see the na me Adom ochina ye be share asa na nko for pen ntem bi say but ne nyina mu na ye na me Adom ye be share
all right Kanye say be gina so say enyina so ya ora John Jenapo kire mu say aban dada no wan crafam go ana fuel enti kankania no be 2 days in term kania no ebedundum former Minister of Energy Ura Herbert Krapper aye Facebook post bi Now it's a long one. My main Angie Brenner fi main kind Facebook post no. Ura Herbert Crapper ni Facebook page. I say keep the lights on as we did. You are in government. Keep the lights on as we did. You are in government. I have read a statement from Honorable John Jinapo MP, co-chairman of the Transition Team Subcommittee on Energy and Natural Resources, in which he claims that massive load shedding looms in Ghana. Ghana's fuel stock depletes, and seeks to blame His Excellency President Akufo-Addo and his government for it. Mr. Jinapo is wrong. Load shedding does not loom. It is caused either by technical or emergency power generation issues or a lack of competence in managing the power sector. Mr. Jinapo seems to be hunted clearly by the latter. By the time of leaving office, President Akufo-Addo's government left in stock light crude oil, which Sem Power currently generates power with, whilst AXA continues to take delivery of heavy fuel oil, which it generates power with. The fact is easily verifiable with a phone call to both power plants. The responsibility of the new administration is not only procure more liquid fuel to keep the lights on whenever liquid fuel becomes required to complement gas supply, but also plan competently to avert power supply disruptions. We did it, and they can do it too, if they can. The NDC government should get to work as we did. The reason we kept the lights on for 8 years, regardless of the difficult times, and to stop the needless finger pointing. This is not the way we kept the lights on. Herbert Crapper, former minister for energy. Enti ononso so Nisamwa ode atuja enono. Enra President John Dramani Mahama Nenkasa ya nsamo odi tuja was swearing in no asie no. Ma yenge bena fe yentie bi na fe yentwetwe nkomo.
The Chief Justice, Your Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Ghana and special guest of honor for this occasion, Your Excellencies, Presidents, Heads of Government and Development Agencies, Your Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and former Presidents, Your Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters. I wish you a good morning, and we give thanks to the Almighty God on this occasion. Our Father who art in heaven, we thank you for giving us this day, a day that offers me, your humble servant, a unique opportunity to work to reset our dear country, Ghana. 32 years ago, on January 7th, Ghana made its first and most successful democratic transition, a reset, with the swearing in of the newly democratically elected President, Jerry John Rawlings, of blessed memory. Our nation was returned to a multi-party democracy with a new constitution that went into effect, and the Fourth Republic was officially established. I refer to it as a reset because on that day in 1993, we made our fourth attempt at establishing a democratic system of government with term limits based on free, fair, and transparent elections. The handover of power on January 7, 2001, between former President Jerry John Rawlings and at the time the newly elected President John Agyekum Kufuor, tested that reset, and our nation passed with flying colors. So today, with my induction as the new President of the Republic of Ghana, history is being made once again. And it is a history worth repeating every 4 years with each newly elected president. Today, we're also making a different kind of history. one that speaks to our maturity as a democracy, a nation of citizens enfranchised with the authority at the polls to determine their political future. Today's exercise between the outgoing president, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and I feels a bit like a deja vu. That is because 8 years ago to this day, on January 7th, 2017, we shared this same space and performed this same transitional exercise. At the time, I was the outgoing president, having served one term, and he was the incoming president, having been given a mandate by the people of Ghana to lead this great nation of us. He and I both understood on that day, as I'm sure we are today, that it is the people of Ghana that we are elected to serve. Somehow, it seems fitting that it is with Nana Akufo-Addo that I twice shared this stage and this unique historical distinction. Because Nana Akufo-Addo and I began our national political careers in Parliament in the same year, 1996. He has always greeted me with warmth, a firm handshake and a smile. And he is perhaps the only person in my life who has persistently chosen to call me Johnny. While we belong to opposing political parties, we shared a sense of mutual respect. In those early days, we probably could not have imagined that destiny would bring us to the leadership of our respective parties and that we would have to face off 3 separate times as we each vied for the highest office of the land. Nana, as this will be our final meeting under these circumstances, and as I look back on the journey we have traveled together, 2 much younger men who entered Parliament together with a full head of black hair, and you with the same bald head and round eyeglasses, I have to say that you have, without exception, been a worthy opponent. I extend my warmest wishes to His Excellency, the former Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. It was a grueling campaign, and we gave it our all. Your sportsmanship in making an early concession eased tensions and contributed to the early conclusion of the electoral contest. I wish you all the best in your endeavors. My brothers and sisters, the world in which Ghana exists today, as I begin this presidency, is not the same world in which we have lived under other presidencies. There are tensions and conflicts that have not previously existed between nations. These tensions and conflicts place pressure on alliances to decide where we will support. There's a seismic shift happening within the system of global economic dominance. Whereas the G7 nations, United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, and Japan once provided the highest percentage of the world's GDP, over the last decade, that number has been steadily dropping. However, the combined total of the GDP of the BRIC nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia, UAE, their GDP has been consistently increasing. In 2023, for instance, the G7's combined total of world GDP was 30%. But by 2029, that number is predicted to drop to 27%. In 2023, the BRICS percentage of world GDP was 37.3%. And so what does this mean to us in Ghana? What could it mean to our economy? Where do we fit in this geopolitical maelstrom? Technology such as artificial intelligence has taken us to new heights, opening up the potential for national, financial, and personal security issues that we are not yet able to imagine. One example is the use of misinformation and algorithm manipulations on social media platforms to sway a particular group's sentiments towards or away from something. Now more than ever before, we need to strengthen our ties with our neighbors to ensure that we're working together to keep our sub-region safe. We stand in solidarity and work in alliance with all our neighbors in the sub-region. Recognizing the history of our borders, we also acknowledge that on the other side of our country's borders are our family members. They may be Ivorians, they may be Togolese, they may be Burkinabes, they may be Nigerians or Malians, but they are also Akans, they are Kasinas, they are Guans, they are Ewes, they are Nzemes, they are Hauses, they are Moshis and Gurmes, because we are all part of one another, one big family. With the increase of the climate crisis, and as the waters grow warmer, melting the Arctic ice and permafrost, there's a greater likelihood for viruses that have been frozen and thought to be extinct for decades, perhaps even centuries, to begin to spread and create another global pandemic. The changing climate conditions, increased population density in urban areas, and mass international travel are enabling existing viruses to spread and mutate at a faster and faster rate than they did before. This is a serious challenge. Let us not forget the toll that the past epidemics of viruses like Ebola, COVID, and Mpox have taken on the families and communities and medical infrastructure in several of our neighboring countries and in the sub-region. Let us also not forget how swiftly and completely the COVID pandemic brought the entire world to a screeching halt. My government will be working diligently to strengthen our public health systems while monitoring the global health situation so that when, and not if, but when the next pandemic or epidemic occurs, the loss of lives in Ghana will be minimal. The larger world exists around us and to some extent within us. While we cannot and should never use it as an excuse to stray from the direct and immediate needs of Ghana for the well-being of our citizens, we must also bear in mind that the affairs of the world, if we care to shape, lessen, avoid, or even at the other end of things, maximize the effect they have on us. My brothers and sisters, barely a month ago, we held historic elections that have caused dramatic shifts in our political landscape. I feel greatly honored that you, my compatriots, considered me worthy of receiving such an unprecedented and overwhelming mandate to steer the affairs of our beloved nation at this critical time in our history. The magnitude of this victory in the presidential elections and the gains that were made by my party, the National Democratic Congress, in the parliamentary elections naturally and justifiably resulted in great joy and celebration across our country, Ghana. But celebrations, no matter how justified and how well earned, must be supplanted by discernment, sobriety, and deeper insights into why we received this kind of mandate in the first place. By voting as you did on December 7th, the Ghanaian people conveyed a powerful message, yet often overlooked by us politicians. This message was powerfully emphasized by a giant of American political history, President Ronald Reagan, when he declared at his inauguration some 40 years ago that governments have no power except that granted by the people. While Ghanaians take great pride in our thriving democracy, they are deeply dissatisfied with the quality of governance over the years and have openly voiced that dissatisfaction through the decisive actions that they undertake at the elections. Our people also understand that democracy is not just a token adorned with periodic elections followed by pomp and pageantry with the establishment of a new government. They expect that if democracy is celebrated as a superior means of governance, then its outcomes must be more tangible and benefit them in their individual lives. Any honest introspection and reflection on the pulse of our nation would reveal that many within our population do not feel that they have benefited from or partaking in this democratic dividend. Were people buffeted by severe economic crisis and hardships, and in the last few years, we have lurched from crisis to crisis. But there is hope on the horizon. Today should mark the beginning of a new opportunity, an opportunity for us to make a difference in our governance and our economic management. We shall reset our dear nation, Ghana. To the millions of my fellow countrymen and women who joined long queues and waited in the sun for their turn to vote for me, you have my sincerest thanks for honoring me. My firm, immutable assurance is that your votes will matter in the work that I'll do to make a difference in the destiny of this dear nation of ours. Your courage to bring change will not go in vain. Our nation was born with much promise. That promise would seem hazy and in doubt now because of all that has happened in the past. But I urge you, my fellow countrymen, not to be sucked into a state of perpetual pessimism. For some time, our country has urgently needed leadership with an unwavering desire to get things done. I, with all humility, assent that I intend to be that leader with your cooperation and your help. As your next leader, I shall strive to exercise sound judgment and be able to make the right calls at the right time. I will have the humility and presence of mind to take responsibility for any challenges and be willing to act firmly and timelessly to resolve the challenges that we face as a nation. Since the elections, I have read and heard the word hope used many times in relation to my presidency and what it should offer the citizens of Ghana. I intend to speak plainly and clearly to you today, and every time I address you subsequently, I intend to always tell you the truth. The circumstances we find ourselves in are indeed dire, but even so, I'll be decisive and swift in my actions. We'll focus our initial efforts on 4 critical areas. The first is economic restoration and stabilization of the macroeconomic environment. The second is the improvement of the business and investment environment to ensure that Ghana is once again open for business. The third is governance and constitutional reforms. And the final, but not the least, is accountability and the fight against corruption. My brothers and sisters, actions have always spoken louder than words. With that in mind, I have entered into a covenant with you, the good people of Ghana, in which I have enumerated 26 actions that I'll take within my first 120 days. There is reason for hope, and there is every reason for hope. But we must also have faith, because faith empowers us to trust the things that will happen. With faith, you believe what you know, and that is why we need faith to be able to achieve our reset. We need a reset with the faith we have in our country and our leadership. We need a reset with the faith we have in our institutions. We need a reset with our faith in our dear nation, Ghana. And by that, I mean in all of us, because all of us are Ghana. You are Ghana, and I am Ghana. All of you seated here today, Ghanaian citizens, you are Ghana. The people who you are with or near you as you watch this on television, in your homes, or listen on radio, or follow on social media are what we call Ghana. I ask that we enter into the covenant with the Ghana we all love and the good people of our country who make up this dear nation. And I ask that you envision a Ghana that you want to live in, a Ghana that you want to leave behind to your children and your grandchildren. What can you do to help build that better Ghana that we all strive for? What behaviors, what attitudes and mindsets can we reset? We need a reset, and we have faith in Ghana's ability to overcome, excel, and be so successful with this reset that it will be difficult to imagine a time when that was not the case. As we stand at this momentous crossroads in our nation's history, I am honored and humbled to accept the mantle of the President of the Republic of Ghana. Today we celebrate a new administration and herald an unprecedented era of opportunity and transformation. With Nana, Jane, Opoku-Agyeman by my side, we are poised to embark on a journey of progress and inclusivity, united in our vision for a more prosperous Ghana. This day is particularly special for us and for every Ghanaian who dreams of a society where barriers are shattered and ambitions are realized. With the inauguration of Ghana's first female vice president, we have turned a significant page in our history. Nana Jane's ascension to the high office is not merely a personal triumph. It symbolizes our collective commitment to fostering a nation where gender equality and female representation are cherished and amplified. This is a powerful testament to the power of diverse voices to shape the future, voices that have the courage to soar beyond our traditional confines. My brothers and sisters, together as we look to the horizon, we reaffirm our dedication to breaking the glass ceiling that has long hindered many from reaching their full potential. Governance that reflects all segments of our population strengthens our democracy and enriches our conversation. We stand committed to enacting policies that empower women and ensure that the door of opportunity is opened wide for our youth and our women, regardless of their background. Together, we'll galvanize our efforts to create a society where every Ghanaian can dream, believe, and achieve without any restraints. Remember that great leadership is not defined merely by the offices we occupy, but by the legacy that we leave for future generations. My administration, along with my Vice President, Nana Opoku-Agyeman, will prioritize inclusivity, accountability, and innovation, forging pathways that will lead to the upliftment of all of our citizens. I'm profoundly grateful for this moment, a cornerstone in our journey towards a brighter future for Ghana. In this resounding victory, I see a clarion call, particularly from the youth of Ghana, a generation that is brimming with potential and dreams that are waiting to be realized. This moment is the powerful affirmation that your voices matter, that your aspirations are valid, and that your future must be our priority. We're committed to translating your hopes into action and creating opportunities for education, entrepreneurship, employment, and empowerment. Our policies will be tailored to sustain innovation and foster industry that engages today's young minds and equip them with the skills needed for tomorrow's challenges. Together with the private sector and captains of business, we will create decent and well-paying jobs. As we embark on this new chapter, I assure you that our decisions will champion diversity in all facets of governance, ensuring that every Ghanaian, regardless of your ethnicity, your gender, your age, your religion, or any background, will have the opportunity to contribute to our nation's story. Ghana's youth represent the heartbeat of our democracy. Their ambition will drive our policies as we strive to create an inclusive, equitable society where everyone has a seat at the table. Our vision hinges on the introduction and implementation of a 24-hour economy. We envisage an innovative and vibrant 24-hour Ghanaian economy, which will also be anchored in agriculture and agribusiness. This innovative approach would unlock potentials that have long remained dormant, enabling us to harness the energy and creativity of all our people. Just imagine a Ghana where our markets are alive and bustling at all hours of the day, with responsive public services accessible at all times, such that businesses can operate flexibly to meet the diverse demands that they are subjected to. And young people, including entrepreneurs, can find opportunities regardless of traditional institutions. The 24-hour economy model will also bolster job creation for the young people, stimulate local industry, and attract foreign investments, and allow us to build resilient communities and a sustainable future. This vision extends beyond mere economic transactions. It symbolizes empowerment, the empowerment of every Ghanaian to contribute to our national progress. My fellow citizens, this vision will allow us to embrace diversity, to cater to varied lifestyles and preferences, and foster a culture of inclusion, ensure that every citizen can enjoy the fruits of his hard work. To the business leaders and entrepreneurs, I invite you to support this new model and join me in shaping a business environment where creativity thrives and where the fruits of your investments contribute to the collective welfare of our nation. Your role in driving our economy forward cannot be overstated. Your innovation and dedication will be a backbone of our success story. And I pledge to you that we would look at the tax regime and rationalize them so that they are more transparent and fair. Members of the business community, I assure you, Ghana is open for business again. Let me thank you, Your Excellencies, my fellow presidents, for leaving what is a busy schedule behind and coming to join us at this ceremony. Your presence brings honor to this inaugural ceremony. And I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you and to our sister countries who have traveled from near and far to be with us today. Your presence is a testament to the strong bonds of friendship and cooperation that exist between our nations. And I promise you I will work to foster the partnerships that transcends our borders, and I'll work collectively with you towards regional stability, economic growth, and mutual respect between our nations. To my friends from across Africa and the world, I thank you and welcome you to Ghana. And in our local parlance, I say akwaba to all of you. To my family and fellow citizens, my wife Lodina, I thank you for your unwavering support and commitment to our shared vision. This journey is not mine alone. It belongs to all of us. It belongs to each of you. Let today be the dawn of a new era of hope, an era of job creation, an era of accountability, an era of institutional strengthening and resilience, and an era of unparalleled potential for all Ghanaians. We will write the next chapter in Ghana's story, and it will be one of promise, transparency, and transformative progress. My fellow citizens, this is a patriotic call to action for all of us to participate in building a nation that lives up to its promise, where hope thrives and dreams become a reality. Together, let us cultivate a brighter future for our beloved Ghana, where unity, progress, and equality are not just ideals we aspire to, but are the very fabric of our nation. In closing, I invite you to partner with us on this journey. Together, we can create a brighter future for our beloved Ghana, where unity, progress, and equality are not simply goals we are aiming for, but are the cornerstone of our society. Let's work hand in hand to foster these values and strengthen our nation for everyone. My fellow citizens, our invited guests, I thank you very much. May God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation great and strong. I thank you.
Adom FM 106.3.
Only God can stop us now. 106.3 FM.
His Excellency the President, John Dramani Mahama, Emra, and someone were there at Tuja, a bra, yes, when in, and anapay, Masada Jebre, na Mabonina, ama wonso so watibie, na anapay, komo bebre wa honoma, ye banafi, yaba betwetwen, and someone mampeni, ede etuja, ene bia, ordinary eshe. The areas, economic restoration, improvement of a business environment, governance and constitutional reforms, and the fight against corruption. Enti anapay, yeba betwetwen komo na afei yahwe yaje anim before adwenche in between time no abana poku ahwene ewa ha the bonkrata no so ne anapay aba no enso so ewa ha ya eno no yede na poso no so yede ebebre wo ehwo aseda no top choco, it's chocolate almond scientific herbal and a telecell connecting energies afei kenkai me kwasiada ni kwasiada bia obidum bi edukumi etnase na yede kenkai me dwumadie no yede abrew abna
CJ
ati saying
nyame adom me ho ye na so
me ho ye pa
ye de radias
me ho ye pa
afishia pa
afin kometu yen
afin mu ma yesia
ubisa me
CJ afin we yesia
ye soro hono yensia
Superstar hono.
Yeah, what they call.
Yeah. Asamba enya botre. Oh, CJ my film. Say no me bedu akra me ba yo. Me nim so be ba say na we TV. How much no me. And
ye ba anapa ye points aba enumre efi 9 o'clock enumre no de kopem no miensa ahamache
ampa enti me ye meduru apa na me kai say wo ye crossover no
me define na me hwe wa me hwe ya wo je samba ya wo kona wo banya abna
chese
abna so pen ho ani so pen ho ani
chese me say not me no me kwhia wo de oh David but what they say that's CJ for God and country na yema yetiefo yina afihia pa
that's right
obade omaya hoden pa na omaya komaso ade nyina mrem enra no krenie na Black Star Square CJ na efe na efe pa.
I just obi a ade anya wo fe na nipa bia nso ade anya ne fe no na bayiye kakra nipa bia ade anya ne fe no na kakra hye n'ani ase enra say we Ghana ni you should feel proud. In fact, yesterday I felt proud to be a Ghanaian. Me hwedwumadi a ekoso na me hwe omampani dada na nado na wo baye
Omampani dada Kufuor was there. Yes.
Omampani dada ne hokani na nakwado Ajma Rawlings.
No.
You know, sampani fo nyina wo ho. Na wo hwe anyonkofa. That friendship atmosphere.
Just say.
You know, ene niema bebra course.
It was beautiful.
I was proud to be
a Ghanaian. It was beautiful. Na
enya wo man bia so na akwa wonya ne say you.
Debi.
O man bi ho e beto aba no awie. Swearing in ne kura ne de kwabra ne hye dem. Na ya swear ni in ye say na si so ya mfa ni imagine pete ma MB before ni ndisi phone na mehia
debi
na ye mose
to be cry.
So we are Ghanaian, feel proud to be a Ghanaian. Enya kra o man ne de ani.
Ye wan ye. And na eye ni ka che say hwan empanyifo ahodo efifiri aman ahodo so eba ye
over 20 heads of states and prime ministers.
Yes. And na eba ye ebi a foreign ministers ebi president vice president che say omodo som ye han so na nanoma hemfo ya omodi omani monyam beta chire che se ba na mamre ni amane the display che say everything was so on point. Na sije yemo standogbe abaso stand eba no organization eba no branding a brand na say even in opposition nyina no na NDC event ahodo mu ye nyina no be wie no feedback na omobo na baso nti stand more grace to your elbow ate koswa na ebo adwumade na so na efe
and ra set up how
set up no the arrangement
the security arrangement
orderliness unni we ya na me say accreditation no kita ni invite kita no accreditation ko kita de ya kire wo so na kire ba bia CJ ofa na nya easy o enti ukita reporter ba bi won ma untumi nkura enti accreditation kra na omo ye ma media no ensonsono ye wom reporter de enko ena omo so ekita camera na omo kofa live coverage no omo de enko enti ba bia camera won wo reporter accreditation no untumi nru ho no na omo ya de ena wo hwe je sa de ba kwa me hu en asa ye normal e was such organizations no eba no chaos na ya na esisi wo gate because ye check ye security check ye check wo accreditation wo invitation na wo de ba e wan ni ade no obi ho no masije onkita bi o eso pese owrem awon eba no sane ne security so de both private and beka say yasrafo ni ya postifo omo boadwuma ambulance all over baby ambulance sisi ho no ma say ekoya critical ne je say omo nie eno dan chenso amesa so hu police for omo mobile hospital at a point IGP age ne short yi na chezo ono ogina enkwantana ba ko so blaster ni mo no ma stadium ne nche ho a chezo mu nyina ebo a che ye just say it was solid and now what shall mamre no so ne fontom from na die him say ya na go oh enra we na say de na we boy o
we boy papa am say ntina na pa manya ne ntese nsuo toyi
enya nwanwa
me na mimpie ba sisi ya information na menya ne say nsuo eto
me ba studio de na aba form but atopa so mo ko sia shata o airport na say nso abo mu
oh okay ashata na pe no oba
wa bedru ne anya sem kuma media di akire obi kofa nti ofri Jamaica ba waba wagwan waba bedru respect yeah man Selassie na sije wabedru ena wo hye enra so omampani ne kente we kwa na kente asa din crass symbols ena omodi aye design
no o design your friend Bondana okrom ha ya oh wow Bondana nsano bo oh na efe just say everything was on point oh okay Bondana aye ko social media Bondana ibe hu Bondana no pamo mane ma bibia
oh wow that's nice
Unensano.
They say upon presidential, they see into me.
There be, maybe I could run it there.
Level no cost.
I just saw the question here, maybe a brand no pama there. Just saw the Kwa.
I was a love you how I am.
Okay, can see and found presidential designer. Debbie.
But in fact, catch up on that. I also want my special treatment. I also want my special treatment.
But I also didn't the same view. Now I am presidential treatment.
Okay, so see idea. Me de abna pokua ahwene fasoso mame.
Fasoso.
Mama fakao.
Afraid.
They said it's all upon presidential. There was only presidential name de pata. Now you want to pan no. On say presidential ten abna pokua na what you say but ne sa no ye fe oyade enran so ema eba ye actresses we share me mame ohene yiri gift enti Jackie Apia cheso mo drosso kafu danku mi hu no na wo hwe kente di ehima nra ewa sase no so
kente ahodo
ema ye dwidwa
eni wo di lace
aye no logolegi libi labalaba
wo ma hepe wo ma senache
snatching
senache ama ne nkwa eye free ni nsa
na sije no me hwe me fefo media fo ibi pa minima dia be so se bia ensi biem se adwuma ye koye wo hoyi na se wo ko se here CJ adwuma ye koyi a me say me kura me share photo kura ni te na me na musisi me ade no na kwa ha no mu kita microphone ene hele sister yes a mistake ni biem CJ nya easy o because I nante adwuma and wonya konwa mponti na so because no your reporter ya ma wakonya
anu me hu me nuam bia no so ensem training a wage ni suit na da no twere kwana ba bia
wo se won kwa
me hu fifiri
o se won kwa
suit a shani nyina afọ
me so se won kwa enti there are some places a wo kwa a wonim se wo kwa ye dwuma me regency so atiase na nye wonamu se jeans no so me se beta black
okay
na me namu CJ ye easy o.
Na me hu ni na ehwe wo no.
Oh, say no ade na pese me ye free kakra. What yes ye.
Abna enra aman panimfo dodo a wo mo bae.
Me mo body ni ma wana.
Na man kan se me na me wi a obobo ama.
Mate.
Kire bibi. Se wo man Ghana sania ensorma tuntum the Black Star. Bibi memu ha nyina wo mo hwen. Enra na me hu se bibi memu ha. Wamu Ghana papa o she odone nkabomu a I mean o ko she airport a enane nansa
it's a private jet that dey go on nya de
ketwa me dofu bi wo airport
okay
o ko she private jet enane nansa e be gu Kotoka International Airport
tourism no
and I say wow enti back to the pride that we should have as a country. And rampenifo mo ba ye nyina wo me de odo abebodo and you should tell Ghanaians say one more saying and you should tell the government say one more gusua saying
yes
the performance of this government is going to send that signal say oh aben your ba ye what they will say ayo omanpani ni 120-day social contractor one Ghana for e wo no e sha se enra Eshasienra.
Yeah.
Yadi afra no share ne nsa no a na 120 days.
Yeah.
Ya wo de asi nani so no. Ahyase. Eniema ne de bebre anapai o manim hanoma ya bebomu na fi. Ampanifo a wo mo baaye. Bobodin ni kakrama me.
Sije ni yi wasuma na edini bi wo honoma ye bebo bi won so ye beye no. Jump over.
Ubeboni nyina.
Ba bi wo ho ye dry wo se ye manhu county no. Ni a chese mampani ni ba ye dinu de a ugugu a obenya. Me da se pa.
How?
Sije nti no me hyase a we no me de wo kwa Ghanaian Times the Democrat ne fa to do me ensa. Na wo hwa ma wabo mane amamre ni amane akwan so se de koye nyina. Na mpanyifo a eba ye no. Ene Ebola Ahmed Tinubu eni obaye Nigeria oman no mampani na wogine mo no akrampo ma speech ya no pay oti anunsia kase bo a ye kenkan bi emauti ye na eno edan chenso a wo hwemu a hayi no farinya singbe ono na akotogo yo mampani Paul Kagame ye Rwanda mampani Patrice Talon wo Benin Adam Barrow wo Gambia Madabio ono wo Sierra Leone wo say Maria Neves ono so Cape Verde na Umaro Sisoko Mbalo ono ewo Guinea Bissau Felix
Nti Felix DR Congo. Felix DR Congo. Ba kwa ka de CJ shade owi obebo so ama William Ruto Kenya. Joseph Boakai Liberia. Nangolo Mbumba Namibia. Basiru Faye in free from audience CJ ya na wahama wom. Ono so Senegal na Idris Deby Chad. I don't know chance wa.
Abra de fesi ho mame. Neba no wato aso. Obeboni nyina. Ma yankwa homa so ne Dr. Mohammed Dan Suleiman oye founder Center for Alternative Politics and Security West Africa. Obani me hosting no medumedie eso pen me no atwetwe nkomo pen. Do akote menka Adom FM so ni. Ye mo ache.
Ema mo so mache ma watiefo nyina ache o Ghana.
Doctor so ho ye de.
E ba so me here pa na so e.
Adom ye ho eye papa. Se okeka enra dwumedie course wo nyina bomu a your general overview, your general assessment of enra swearing in fact yan confree the dissolution of parliament and then nansa na joa de ebp enra okabuma your assessment who is saying doc
ma hu se pesa me ni wutwin komasa anopai se obeha during mama ni campaign okeka nsem bebre and some okeka no hwa wa na dwene se oba abese sayemai ede amaye from parliament ni the selection of the speaker any insenso mekoko ina ohwa ase sa antagonism a ewo politics mo no wa na dwene se obi ye free when say ono issue advice ema parliament say ne NDC for in parliament say omo reappointed Alban Bagbin as the speaker of parliament say over here nya Bagbin kwana na opese we speaker no but Osha na che say ono na say wo de no ba e di unity ebeba parliament o na abe intawantawa bia nso afri MPP for in term parliamentary process no very very good. Now over assemwa a friend is saying the clerk of parliament ekaya mahu say amount for making a lot of comments about it. I think say I mean yes so regarding the controversy seats are and declare winner and loser no over Independence Square so uti asamu president ni kan ya utumu say I say Ghana for nyina ema wanije in the next few years you hope say bo a share Ghana for nyina no ubitimi adisona wabua Ghana amamu ekonanim.
But utie omampeni ni speech no esanse ho na waboso nti is it unifying enough for this country a speech e ka o man no ebomu doc
papa e ka o man no ebomu papa so obehwa ne kasa yimu no o use words bia eno na kire se o pese ubu oman a na mamu no ode nkabum eba oman mu hwa o kan say all inclusive equitable government. He wants to reset government. And obey say I mean ma any mabuno emo man no no obehwe na omo enim de a omo no de bebu o man no and our friends who are kabom say you are Ghana, I am Ghana. Wherever you are sitting, you are Ghana and I'm Ghana. Say kasa we nyina kire say why na dwene say obeka o man na bum so we MPP so we NDC so we akurati anase krum anase input so we amanoni a why na dwene say or the obeka na mamu ho say de be ya Ghana ebetimi akonkan.
Right, but Obinsu NYT no he made references to the impact of COVID-19. The impact of COVID-19. Are you surprised, sir? Afei all make reference to COVID-19 because in the past government say Abano make reference to COVID-19 and its effect because and COVID-19 affected Ghana that much. In fact, the but he is making reference to COVID-19. Are you surprised, Doc?
Me surprised, baby. I'm say senior TB or man penny no a politician. And as over here, history. Nipa no opposition. And somewhere ya wakano ya na eni ne oba abanmu a wakano ebo ebra kakra. Let me say me obi ana me ebra the previous government no eka COVID-19 amanfo like I said, the COVID-19 enya adia ebe affecti o man na me position is enya no kre sene etibia COVID-19 affecti or might be or what as bia no COVID-19 affecting the economy. I think say even the president, the brand new opposition leader, na onim say COVID-19 affected Ghana mine kakra. I mean say na on person odi 2 minutes say COVID-19 ana eye ni ntia Ghana economy no echo the chisa no because you are my man ahuru ho no mu a COVID-19 no so have a friends impact e wo ho nanso wo mutimi ejina wo mo nanso ma o economy ni etumpon. Ntizia na wo kana me anya me won bebre na emom ne anka me mia ya anka me pɛ sɛ nka bre na no opposition o optimity asie sɛ ampa COVID-19 no affect Akufo-Addo Bawumia government no kakra but sɛ ne me kan ye no politician politician enti anya me won bebre sɛ o kasa assembly.
Well, inti wadwini mu no as a odoje reality no when he was in opposition but as a yedi 2 minutes share ne nsane de afi de wagye atum say indeed COVID be hard dwene pa sanete
eno kre pa emi say eno ye eno nso say be kanokre ewo yamamu mu ne amandwose mu no ya de ehu hia pa enti ne kasa wo kasa he intends to speak honestly and speak the truth to Ghanaians ne ade a ehu hia yi nanso emi say eno kre senka utimi eka COVID-19 no kre bra wo opposition anka bia anka ne o kasa obeka no kre no nka Ghana for dodo na beginedi but sene me kan ye no ye nka se won kan no kre ye hwe say in the next few months and few years no asem wa o kan and then obedi so anase woni so.
Okay, so kasa obeka no kra kire Ghana for how should he go about it no kra ben na wo hwe ade musa obeka kire Ghana for animanim ya we ye ntwe ansa ne bia busumi nsa na mfie mienu achi wa fiase se o ka no kra kire Ghana for doc.
Yes, me huni say me madwene no president we ya na ne ho ya me mombo kakra ni santi ni say osha wahihye bobibri say amniama obeya ama Ghana for na o man na tumpon nanso so we asem a wo ka no na wo de to Ghana yesika ye bobre mu ene sika ye wo ho no mu a de be sa niam ni nyina kamia ye say ahodin ni ho sa nti ebe den say obetimi aye niam no a waka say obeye ni nyina nanso waka say obeye no esese oye timi mi hu ni say ni mani mu haya obepese obema Ghana fo aso atase se be enye betesa ni waka say obeye no enye betesa nti say opim oye say oye ni opese oye na say wontumi nya bia obesa ba Ghana fo abeka chom say me manfo say na oman no mu asem city unti bia mo mame emre na mentumi ansa na matumi de ebo a mehye ede ma mo no so temi em say eno ne asem a opese okane kire oman city na me ameti em say metena se kakra enti em say obeka no kre say ye Ghana sika sem enye na se bia ye ma no mre na ontumi nye niam a waka say obeye no na se ne wuni mu no only in 4 years me feel say mfie nan no enya ade a obetimi aye niam no a o kan say obey ni nyina ntia bia sa no kre no person o kan che Ghana for na me sre Ghana for say o kan sa no kre no a yenya santi ase no say enya nsem o kan no ebra wo opposition leader ni nyina no obo man me obetimi aye na yentina say niam na mre no ntumi nya ne obeye na mo medru brebi mfie mienu mfie men sa chi na ne waka no onya ya sa bre ne de menya sure say obinya or any excuse say obe friends obe or any excuse Emma Ghana for
but ususu say Ghana for benya sa abotre no e amano we say baby a begina as a nation yesika sem ne ne to sa no you think Ghanaians will be that patient for him and his government doc
say ombenya botra na ejina omonti ase ewo amamu emu and so no my assessment no entreme say Ghana for was anti ase no ombenya sa abotre no so kwan ya omufa so to abama no any the hope ono an inaugural speech mo kan say Ghana for ewo in the next few years no minya sure say obenya sa Ghana for dodo na benya sa abotre no ha na mesusu say nka before say obeba be kan sa no pre no e de a kire Ghana for no say oye sensitization sort of on the communication strategy include sensitization of Ghanaians towards how governance in Ghana ASCA because onipa no enti amamu ase ewo man ni mu a no krebia ni ho abeka kire no a obeti ase the same thing say wonti amamu na se enti sisi ane de say just a bia the communication team no ama Ghana for etias say na amamu ni sitie me free A me free ba ko ma komienu na ma komiensa na ma ko enai mintimi ensha ase enai emreko a me nko ba komienu ene miensa so Ghana for te sa asede a me sure say your friend say ombenya abotre sa e de ama no na sisi ame no ka say me nyini say Ghana for ebenya sa abotre no.
Okay, but in the eyes of the world, Doc, Ghana, political credibility, how is it now? And what is the new government supposed to do? Sanya beya political credibility say impose say yana say a torch mampa based on what drink shout the bebano. Quite bad na buying and fast on that one she among yourself and our political system. Doc.
Nidi kan so we ha niaman nan president ni bo boss say opeso we no o kan constitutional government reform.
Yes.
Sa ho no many o ho yie because no sa reforms no na ye ni a ma se be abatwa etu den tawanta bebre eba o man ni mo no. Enti me susu say or implement some of the recommendations of the Constitutional Review Commission who set up in 2010 bema amamu no isene ka no sanitize yamamu ewo Ghana ana me sure say so an appointment early appointment now why is about national security and regional security so
yes
na dwene ewo hono mo pa ana so president any amampani for maba Ghana manu mo otimu say Ghana Yahudo Ewosuri. Enti wotimi reset Ghana sani yawoka no. Na odisa reforms no eba. Na sa Ghana, despite enyema ACC or other West African countries, itimi na so na ye persist all these challenges that Ghana bekoso aye the black star of West Africa, the black star of Africa, sani ubia enimono. Enti me susu say Ghana dinu bekoso akonanim. But Nina Bejina reforms on my the President John Dramani Mahama Edibeba on my Ghana and in the West Africa as Ubesha Sokaya said Ebola crisis no buy any Ebra Boko Haram Eba Nigeria no now on a ECOWAS chairperson Obejuma Yepa Emma yesa extend the chairmanship for the which was the first time ECOWAS chairman, yes, I did one. Your friend is saying, "Term, I can't know. It's son of Juma or boy, Sabreno." Into me, to say, this is a very interesting time for Ghana. It's a very promising and hopeful time for Ghana. Into me, Bompire said, "Yeah, what can so be in a bit me? Not when you support from other West African leaders. Now, why is there any money in that?"
But we should also know, Doc, say the relationship between His Excellency the President and his vice is very, very critical. What should be? I mean, how should the relationship be like? How should the Vice President, Her Excellency, be deployed? Abua a complementary adwuma omampani babayi Doc
so omampani ebra oba or in the first term no and ebra will take you over from your friend saying Professor Mills when you baby kono na the relationship with Vice President na ekoyipa I say na o delegate anyama bebre Emano eye misusu sa na enkosisi the fact is that this is the first time we your Vice President oba no me gidi say ebema the relationship is very solid o try kasa mu a utimi hu say why na dwene say obema Professor Jane responsibilities sane ebeya Ghana ma ebe hu say omonso ewo hope be say umbetimi aspire to higher lengths and higher heights. And you know, they may feel say as I say, Omano the Vice President a lot of opportunity to deliver, to expose your friend is saying the skills and the experience to the whole of Ghanaians, but specifically to Emma or more Ghana. So be on Siciano, Ubia betumi arise at the Omano so essence or Ghana ni Nesebia. Or friend is oba inti to me and rise to a certain level. Do you feel say this is trying a very hopeful time for Ghana? The first time your Vice President Oba and me did say Sano I leave a certain legacy for Ghana in the sub-region and in the entire continent.
Okay. All right. Doc, my end was saying, Yamfa and Komono ANC Habibi and Besan Swakasebi. We are grateful for your time. Yeah, that's it. Dr. Mohammed Dan Suleiman, a founder, Center for Alternative Politics and Security, West Africa. And you know, Acheche and Komono. Adom 106.3 FM. Bakasimano and Wache. Na non kuno abo. Na abijafo betrance. But Madam Waha. Madam High Hill.
Never High Hill. To see you, Penny for the Mudina, me bobo chile wono ate. It's Midrugana, ha, Midrugana. Now, by India, not just a man, Padina, another Danko Kufuado, then a bedi chile, ye nay, or my former, no one ever woman, Padida, Jonajukum for no honum, Chief Justice O'Reilly, Gertrude de Saba, Tokoduna or ho, just say, and Pedifona, Eba Shea, Emma Jumadiano, Equa, so come, we call a parliament, so a speaker of parliament, Yera Sumana, Backbane, and name Rasway for, then him say MP Penny, this in a bad leadership noa, or Mansessa, Yera, a Fenyo Marken, and Dr. Kisato Forsen, or more, and a woman, Edu Mujumanti, Fantifo, Abiena, na, Wakoswa, Edianim, it is CJ. I heard someone about it, and never had a worker saying, "Na, I am Commander Woodia, and one a trend will be yeah, I just say, will be a can was some na the academy position. That's a media, no one know. And one no or see more jobs under 24-hour economy or Mampani John Dramani Mahama and na eka saying na how so and the worker tano me bra me papa me bibia yura Julius Debra yura Julius Debra or na saying or ye chief of staff yeah or Mampani John Mahama aboni din and impenyophobia kind of more buano na or matoto and niema and also so hasaya the bokata no aka eho ensem eti CJ mame fa wumwie ni nyina no eye enkomo a wobedie ne wapanfo so betena se na modie na yebeda obi bia se na yakoyenim ma hunu se nkrofo tag na tag me but CJ ni nyina aye ni nyina aye just say yo do me baby see I'm adefo yeah adefo mo hu dada omo hu dada na on ma na we the video send o na we the send o but it is well ma me chia so fukum chacha
ukojina Apia Stadium in China am say Apia Stadium obe
so many day ni na ka hu bi de so
so aya to bo
see me e den and I had no phobia promise when you are say and I had no phobia no mawoda say and I wawoda na me sankan ya happy birthday to you nyame won sha no nyo kese mame na omo akoma so ade nyina emre mo ate I love you so much na happy birthday enkoma me nua be ma Fred K anan wodi ne dwuma e wo snit and na eye Fred awoda enti wonyame on sha omo yedie enkwatenten na omo akoma so ade nyina emrem Fred menye nyina na we professionals network ekonimu eti KPN executives any members nyina wish Fred happy birthday Fred we love you pawate ya mamento onka chebra penyi nyamenya okese pa na happy birthday so enkoma me beautiful wife friend Juliana Akosua Shira Amponsa ya dodo na friend Ako baby Ako wonkwatia ko nyame wonyo kese ne dei na omo akoma so ade nyina emrem ade bia obo ho paye ewo kokom na obo ade nyeso mama wate Ako baby ura ene sementon krai emma ho Charles Kwame Ansa ya dodo na friend Odenchem 1 yo no aso nkwatia ko ono na wish happy birthday no ura so do pa na ono wa na ehia bomu a ede akode akwante no nyame enyo kese pa na omo akoma so ade nyina emrem happy birthday so nkoma Lady Esther Maunyaga nano nyamenye okese mo akoma so ade mram na oma wonyini menya 106.3 years wo humble servant kwabna krofi a wasempa FM and I wish you a happy birthday ntiesta ma wonya Ghana no nyamenye okese wate na empa bia bono kokomu so ntie enye so adwuma emma belated happy birthday to Velma Akuada Kwa Yadodo na friend Arekua your Platinum Montessori School enya NIC o mame adwoa grandma grandpa auntie abna ya any colleagues of most school nyina na I wish you a happy birthday no era ne wonya 10 years but I be obade do bedi asasi so o masa botai no emrem na onyo kese o ma wonso ma no mehren na ebeye ni patitire e wo mayimu ene wabusuam wate Master P wa London ene abusue nyina na I wish you a belated happy birthday nra na Vema na wa wodaye nyina ye dododo na happy birthday so nkoma branch ba ko wosuhum sije ye fre no opare e wosuhum ene wa woda opare nyame nya okese na omo akoma so ade nyina emremo emma
happy birthday nkoma
happy birthday to you opare ya wosuhum obade ma wonyine menya 106.3 years CJ meda say wate
and run so na ye me mama Randa Kabara
okay Randa Kabara
na woda
okay
enra yentimi amba
na belated
happy birthday enkoma me mama Randa Kabara oye ni papa
na menya ne kese mayen na o mana kuma so ade nyina so emremu pepepe sige mede wasi
sorry sorry
yankwe
abna bokwe hine na da banka ta na poso dia brain no yafasa na top choco it's chocolate amen scientific omsu kwase na fe talisel connecting energy skin kan mi kwase ada ni kwase ada bia obidum bie edu kumi at the brain abina for trans ya di pense mo no so dia 12 so stay with us yeba
penkoledwa ade a bibia wom ebema baby won ye hwam ne wotwa na da ne da nyina na ni age ene na eno ani baby boy and girl kids baby boy baby girl kids no powder wom enko wom semina wom shampoo wom sapo ene de keka ho bebre ya hyeda ye se ene me wom bia beboa ama baby honam no atoso aye na ha kama okwa aya yi blue one no ye baby boys ne dia and a pink one so aya ye baby girls ne dia ubenya baby boy kids and baby girl kids our baby shops and cosmetic shop bia mu GC brand dia unim say aya wa wontreo FD agi edwadie nkrato yatum
money efra Alex Lotu na nkasa no e ade a manager ho metawtwa pa the game pack buy no be hunu ye I'm sure and also na me hwe no so payment no e good nti ma me stop we see no monketenkete na me de call game pack because I need the onya one see the kura on so onye ska be nti me de call and so one 3 times a day one 9 o'clock one 12 o'clock one 6 o'clock onya one see the kura ukita 54 na yet tax na about 48 kura onya be ahwe half the game pack there a good pa ti mama hu se ma win no mama ni gie pa se me target ya se kemenya bet se 1 billion kra me dey ma
enye den kra dial *946# for chop be din kunim fa game pack agoyi so na benya mu na bebre ene ya ko gamepackgames.com na nya nchechire mu game pack agoyi ene le mra tachire shawo ho so enye ma woni ende fie du ngoche
Ejuma. Sankratoi, enye ne pese ebechira wo se app no ni use emre. Ana sede yenje ohwe e wo sika dwumadie ho. Affinity, ye de ne se ye bema wo enema ene akade a wo hia e wo de bia sika krabia ho nsem. Ifri se eni se wo sika krabia ho nsem etetie wo. Affinity, you're in. Se upesa wo download the app no free *229# ana ko affinityghana.com.
middle. Now then I would say why you stay for Sano. Eh, on no quanono, Jama wa bre.
Akos, send your men sending me name much shemeno. A moye titriti. Mean to me pon sorry.
Who name one? And no me free jump by and me catch you say. Mato 3P garlic mixture ba. Enti numbi ansan wakoda. Me who yana sawada. Sawanum.
3P garlic mixture.
And moja edu mofu saneno. Che natural garlic papebi. Any idea ye.
Aha. Now no na madam Fukofimpo catch me say. He work natural hair for be drobi or modiaba. Your friend 3P garlic mixture.
Who could to Jenny wapasu na sorry. Who complaining no. So one 3P ya. A big Johnny say Edroy and your mapping for Emma woman of four. And answer Kwada Woyan and fear to me. FDA. Aji a Jedian Kratsui.
3P garlic mixture. Ubenyabi or memo from a city car shops, any herbal shops in them. Or Kaishi. Ubenyabi of Sam and Kings Walk Herbal. Tema Community 5. Little George. Ashamai. A Coos Pharmacy. Kasua. Tribe of Judah. Fred Piwak. It was 024 89 28824. And 020 100 0021.
You are starting life. You want financial freedom. You know where to go. For your child's education, financial freedom. We got solutions just for you. For your retirement plan. Employee wellness and benefits. Old Mutual, your preferred insurer. Old Mutual is the best. Together we.
What are you waiting for? Come and join us. Call us on 030-7600. Old Mutual. Do great things every day.
Do great things every day. Do great things every day.
When you hear that sound, it can only mean one thing. It's the sound of excitement, the sound of milky goodness. It's the unmistakable sound of rich, creamy deliciousness. The sound that lets you know that the original milky richness awaits. The milky richness you can find in every bite of Munchie Milk Shortcake.
With its unique blend of milky richness and carefully selected ingredients, Munchie Milk Shortcake is crafted from an original age-old recipe to delight your taste buds. If you're looking for pure satisfaction and the authentic taste of original milky richness, it's time to grab a pack of your favorite biscuit, Munchie Milk Shortcake today.
This advert is FDA approved.
Rise up and be a star. Strengthen with BX stars.
BX free and ponsa for pharmaceuticals ya growth fra. Ebwa huna metum twetwe ne pa ewa aduane ayedie mu. Ne senti BX bua ma yenya aduane ayedie mu mfaso.
BX mamuche nam ye ridie mu no eye mu no na ma hoden bem. BX meduane di wakono sorry. Zinc wo BX mu no ebua ma mofra nyini yie. So we yare na wa hoden sutia. For BX nemma wa hoden samrantem.
For BX nema uma wakokra enu abre wansubi. BX tablets means your pharmacy shops and the chemical seller shops at home, baby. BX, a yamobia.
She never seen Betty a washisha womb. Bibiara ni wa eyese wonso we savior to her. It's an Betway Bet Saver feature antino. Simple bet no ira. Who bet nye sika. Ebiom o bet ya washisha na mwa. Sika wo de bet ye no. Ye Sunday mao. Eni ne ekeka ho bebre. Bet Saver e wo Betway nko aso. Ne nya ne ma hodo ekeka ho. I say enhihye kakra wo. Gaming Commission of Ghana nsashase. Uni fie nu otwe a enko ho. Betway nya de ekeka ho bebre.
Se eba abasobodia enora ne ayiko
fa ayiko mawa ayiko
Debbie kano se fa ayiko natural mineral water emma wayiko enti ayiko biara obemano fa ayiko natural mineral water eka ho ma ayiko nsio enya wabuju nsio abrebia ayiko biara obemano fa ayiko natural mineral water eka ho FDA aje adwadie nkratoi atom.
Ghana Fui Franco Esa the electrical appliances for Frabejaswo washing machines, Asian women yopo, CCTV cameras, and need out clear. I be you know that Saba mobile phones, this are iPhones, Infinix, Nokia, Samsung, any dear keka anyone says you see na Franco. In Albania dear papa, ne water foam say Franco air conditioners, every 1.5, adequacy 2.5 horsepower, Samsung Franco TV, every 32, adequacy 85 inches. Franco, essential tabletop, double decker, any chest freezers, and chain in a mahoden cry. She Franco Kwabata be a benwo. Name of head office, a wada braka, one in Roxy Cinema Nedian friend 0246 422 338 and a 055 5939 311. Franco electrical appliances papa. Effie
DBS
Yasandia Papi Morgana for Brunyan DBS Industries Limited for say one more board down is one free. I want in the year free bonto. Niana sober Tom Rufishis a papa. Woman dear drama and Sunimu Biabi. One more papa boss woman kama. What yashi? Ain't you waiting any jism? Woman to miss from what the free estimate. Kaisesa promotion if it's a prayer was it 31st December from CCA. Accra number no 0240 844 444. Kumasi Sodia 0506 004 141. Dakra D 0506 004 242. DBS Industries Limited. Roofing Papa Fee.
Kubia, a money near Peppa. I had the change. Onga, Mama Sano Buafo. FDA, AG, a JD in Kratoyasu.
Adam, I then ask a wutiti.
Busia me power bank no. Wasi a Jimmy Wechina Modie. Me so many be.
Now a fresh CBG4. So we a Jumara. I hope I would throw with Jumamu, and now Uncle Cry will be a Numa. CBG collateral free loans no. Mawa Konya Bebre. Me say, what me Mawa Juma jet to the Busia, could see 1 million Ghana cedis, the Boawa Juma, and now Uncle Credit Tonfo, and so to make Jeko see 200,000 Ghana cedis. 1 G Jinamudia Bia.
Sir, wait the Sass and Po.
Se CBG Casa will pay a certain apama on customers, sir. Ye nature, a certain Wakonya Nina Japadia wo ho. And nunti me imagine mudia and Japadia winino. Nche one sign. Kona koji CBG collateral free loan no binne. Kai se, inshe kakra wo ho. Akwa baba ho tomu.
CBG, we stand with you.
When you hear that sound, it can only mean one thing. It's the sound of excitement, the sound of milky goodness. It's the unmistakable sound of rich, creamy deliciousness. The sound that lets you know that the original milky richness awaits. The milky richness you can find in every bite of Munchie Milk Shortcake.
With its unique blend of milky richness and carefully selected ingredients, Munchie Milk Shortcake is crafted from an original age-old recipe to delight your taste buds. If you're looking for pure satisfaction and the authentic taste of original milky richness, it's time to grab a pack of your favorite biscuit, Munchie Milk Shortcake today.
This advert is FDA approved.
Ayedin nama weniji. Ayabra woni adofo ehia. Wo hwa ma wakoma so ade abem. Ana wote wo eji weni wo breti awa abim.
Pinnacle Life Insurance. Yejidi ne say, yeka life insurance as I say kosi say, yeta when we busu echi wo da achi sika se wututu yemu. As I say etumi boa wo. Na wani eji wo abrabobu sesia. Yenhyehyɛ ɛma wo kwan ahodo a ɛbɛma wonya mfaso ne abasoba a ɛbɛboa ma ɛnɛ da yi akɔyi ama wo kwan ahodo so. Wo Pinnacle Insurance yeso bo nsama do ma wo ama sidie ba wanim ɛmbrɛ bebree fa wo de bi ɛna ni gye nko a. So open church mobia efa yenhyehyɛ yi ho a from your 0501 451 400 and call www.pinnaclelife.com.gh. Pinnacle Life Insurance, more for your smile.
Open kodeja dia bibia wom ebema baby won ye hwam ne ho atwa na da ne da nyina nani age ene na eno ani baby boy and girl kits. Baby boy, baby girl kits no. Powder wom, enko wom, semina wom, shampoo wom, sapo ene de keka ho bebre. Ya hyeda ye se, enema wom bia beboa ama baby honam no atoso aye na kama. Okwa, aye blue one no. Ye baby boys ne dia. And a pink one so aye baby girls ne dia. Ubenya baby boy kits, any baby girl kits, our baby shops, any cosmetic shop biemu. GC brand dia. Unim say aye wa wuntro. FDAG edwedie nkrato yatum.
Minutes after 9 in the morning, Adom 106.3 FM. Rex Jenfi. With this one, I want to wear two. Oh, say ye. Say what about Tanase? Well, it's a special one for His Excellency the President, John Dramani Mahama. What about Tanase? Yeah. All right, I'll be the fortunate say near the Pense Mono Eddie Abreu. But say, woo, Telecel, fixed broadband, Eufia, TSM, come with. Winning, sir, too much Christmas offer, no? Telecel Gusua, yeah. 150% bonus data for just 150 Ghana cedis. Our current plan, no eso. Yeah. So experience the magic of uninterrupted internet this festive season. Perfect for all the things you love to do online. Enti dial *900# *900# and also call www.telecel.com.gh and also download the Telecel Play app. No, now to me and subscribe to too much Christmas offer on Telecel fixed broadband and the Telecel connecting energies. Yam Vita I am Fred Biane. About time I want my Yam Vita. Momuni. The ahondem kwa Yam Vita, a delicious way to grow. Robert and Sons Optical Services, MOBBA Fishiapa. Robert and Sons na ebanu wani ho a ehun nimdie ni ho adwumadi ahodo nyina se wani aniyare ana so bi a wo pe ahwehwaniwa wo pe quality lens ana frame ni nyina with 33 plus years of experience. Robert & Sons Optical Service continue to offer comprehensive eye care services to help address many eye problems. NTML eye specialist services, pediatric eye care services. Let's say Mofra Wabana Nihanwa. Fidia abofra motafwa ya woni ne yade konyina wabde behwa abofra ne ndia ma no. Visual eye testing, retina damage detection scan OCT, and sana yema 100% original and unbeatable frames and optical products including contact lenses and solutions. Ain't say for when you dia Ghana Aja Tumu Robert & Sons Optical Services and that's all do any trade. Adabraka, Osu Dankwa Circle, Kema Community 6, Weja, East Legon, Adenta, Kumase Ahonjo, and Nakufuridia. When Robert & Sons and you come on 0302-222-601 and 0501-519-111. Robert & Sons Optical Services, seeing is believing. All right, me wafa Akwesia Day Odike covered by Union Government wafa Atena Sededa Yenshe Lawyer Abbas Nuruddin, Ashanti Regional Communications Officer of the NDC, and the Chairman Kojo Boateng Ajimai, former New Job and North MPP Chairman. But stay with us on Facebook. Na foul comment eto ho ye beje brene ya kenkan e de amount. Ofa Akwesia Day Odike Atena se. Okay, to me ma ofa kwaba. Oba afi yeshia.
Dabi.
Ana afi shapa.
Afi nkometo yen.
Afi se na bibia yeye.
Na obo ade ada Roma.
Sa.
Ye ho den.
Ami.
Penifo se yesu nkwame yesu ade. Na wo nkwan ho ade.
Sa.
Timi chia tiefo nyina. Edamase afi etwa mu no. Eja ye ne mudi nkita ho bebre. Se oman ba bi aduro no. Yeman sakra emra unyame adom sakra no munyina moje tuma ma aba do ankwa ma ye but once change na ba no ina ye say ye bese say suban na ya embrace change no na fi yasesa Ghana no ni abede Ghana ye nyina ye pese ye nsaka na obia ebo eto ne yem
Over yenshe enkomono ase eno na wo dwumadi no ase bi on
eno mentimi ankobi me yense me boabo me wana me driver na BP no ho ye basa
okay
me rush ni to hospital na je say e kwara ni BP was ra the doctor na say we here say relaxing
afra
ti na mani wono ho tiama but me hwe monitor no television so all right
o ka dwumadi ni nyina bomu a uhu dwumadi no esen baba
in actual fact organizers na ya especially over the way setting arrangements especially media fraternity no the way position mo any diplomatic corps no dignitaries say free chichili benche bae bibia ya okay Ghana ye na ya dinkunim e kire say once yanya president ya so any no na kire say eno a ekoyi only say president speech no na baby bebre wa na me expect punch kakra especially baby a Akufo-Addo eja wo man na ka waso timi ka bibi kakra fa ho ba na too diplomatic che kwa na say or your references be with Akufo-Addo time mo parliament ni ade akwa so obi anim say wa bese wo man niam nyina tete apansam it at least transitional arrangements are mo ye no the findings the mutimi hunu ye no na I was expecting say or dem ebi betudwa especially the state of the national electricity no niam nkoye all the facet of the economy at least na go say odwedwe ho kakra kire of course yes because I want to buy ni na uhwe wo mu awon ke come de buy na kire say na do na mpa kufu ado amamu e kire say ECOWAS sovereignty hakra no Burkina Faso Sahel region no wo mu na akra so mu every ECOWAS but with the Mahama swearing in no wo mu na back kire say I call for sub-regional unity. I mean, sure say with Mahama no, and the way I patronize a program no, a bebwama yet me assign at the end 1 or 2 issues be an enko ye sub-regional Edumaba back to ECOWAS. We have Burkina Faso. A young guy, a brown, your body, the way a man fought a budget and so, any idea. It shows clearly say, you are not working animal in nature, any woman of Fimunino. We still don't want to be integrated, reintegrated into the ECOWAS win. What you say, and I'm more say on my penny, Otu. Well, what you because Sankanya Saka Burkina Faso, come on, and it shows clearly say. And make it say, you mama crab to 2 quine, Eko Munaso, or one casa co invite you personally. So, Mumra, it shows clearly how we're ready to, bring all hands on deck when it comes to the sub-regional integration. And the now, you Ratinibu assurance or the man. Says if fan go cry a problem but we Tinubu speech now clear say you bet me nyam we Nigeria ni manimu ya and President Kufuor any Euro mama bra mu ti akonwa so no the way no frequent Nigeria na Kufuor do no form and ye Nigeria for enkita hudie e was sovereign ha na boa ma economies of West Africa ni mu pagya enti all in all, no, Rebecca say Yara. If you saw President Mama Chusu say, all was she a white linen in public. And did be a good for no mess, no. One more, no. But says I dear, any animal transitional team, no. We move from finders and Rama Tuga and Manimuya so that you be only the true state of the nation. Maybe more picking on and how it will inform the electors and the general public, on the issues of accountability. Because we cannot assess more performance any fast forward. Nyama modia kan any nyama mwasadi yakoyechi. I was saying manimu ya as a matter of urgency. Every sector of the economy. Baby Akufo-Addo mu jano na gane ni bia enya the gist of it say ana mama ebe pick no na afi ya kwa enim no ye de anu agina so ewu say oyo man ni yie ana se o san so de yakoyachi it is a one man kan wo ebedwam ho somehow I can agree with him say we play diplomacy, international diplomacy, no problem, but as a matter of urgent I was saying, and when we are of me, am I who baby again? But Mijili said in his first State of the Nation address, or the Sansa meaning at the Betru Drama Ghana for Atibi. But Uti and the Casanemun so COVID-19, therefore, na abind that MPP abind this woman born of 4 economic woes. And Oman Penny Mahama editum, so no COVID-19.
abaha adwen pa ama wiase nyina aha adwen ne admission on COVID-19 compared to the position of COVID-19 how abaha man Ghana when he was in opposition wafa who ni saying
oh no kwani nyame anim ni yewra mahama on international platforms ebra no opposition no admit say COVID no abaha wiase ne ene Ghana enye say obedi akonwa no na oka if my memory is ever set me right me can say why international interviews no admit say COVID no abaha wiase economy and he said no or retreated that I think say it's in order but that notwithstanding we must build economic shocks economic resilient and robust economy ebetimi mitigate all these shocks yem fa yen amani hunu na nkwohye global pandemic nemum ebetimi build homegrown economic policies say shocks no kra say issues no kra every international na ba ebetimi de yakushin no nya shocks shock absorbers ebetimi de absorb.
All right, but I say me wa fa kwasi ade odk na wedi kan abedwafo anape me ne wono twetwe enkomo wedi kan atrase ye hwe Abbas Nuruddin of the NDC and a chairman Kwadwo Atiajeman of the MPP but ma yenhwe Omampani Mahama ne first 21 days social contract on Ghana for a world. In fact, I have it with me here. Na me mboboso kakra. Then we'll look at the 4 areas enra obos wo na fi yatwitwimu enkomo. Ocha say nominate within the first 14 days. Ya sha say fi enra the complete list of cabinet ministers for parliamentary approval. Inti na otwe mienu edi enimi. Omampani che say oba be di sa adwuma no appoint within 14 days the list of cabinet ministers for parliamentary approval. 2. Constitute the leanest and most efficient government under the Fourth Republic in my first 90 days. That's the second one. Establish a robust code of conduct and standards for all government officials. And no, and I told me, sir, Mamenkwa Humane Sona Minura Franklin Kujo, or founding president Imani Africa. Menen Chunkona Fimasanso Abba Wafaho. Mr. Kujo Timinka, Yamachi.
Major so many at the sign.
Namiadum, Mehoya Papa, Mejidi se enra when the Jumedia a course one your overall assessment of the swearing in of President Mahama. Mr. Kujo.
Oh, and that part are very colorful. Yeah. In fact, the organization. In fact, to start off with, the organization was just superb. And okay, I said, and to frank if you NDC, throughout when John Mama was doing the campaign, the backdrop, the stage setting, everything is just on point. And yes, the who has been, it was really
yes.
Beautiful setup yesterday, and I think he deserves some real accolade. And then it came to of course, the presentation of the speech and all of that, because I mean that's what I suspect matters most than everything else. But your speech, Nidia, I mean, all I said was just an uplifting speech because, I mean, look, no unnecessary jabs of the previous government, which was very gentlemanly, really. And I think that this is the standard. This should be the standard or gold standard for future inauguration speeches, because it was original. I mean, you could see that he wrote it himself. You know, that's the difference. He actually wrote it. He had a hand in it on Nankasa Trobi, because relating on Akufo-Addo, how they relate time on mobile parliament, and the fact that I mean, they've gone through 3 times, 3 elections. It was just relatable. It was. I mean, I think John Mahama has really transformed.
Okay, Mr. Kujo, Ebimunsu feel said in the speech, inaugural speech, lacked that punch. He really should have painted the picture. Maybe our mind to and that was lacking in the speech. Do you agree?
Oh, Madam, it's unnecessary. Why didn't we just have an election? Didn't overwhelmingly the MPP was defeated heavily? That was all. Obiya ba ho nyina nim say omano baby na ekono Charlie and yet it was America na yada for MPP omoni ye tu no Mampam American is on Mampam which the fastest are cheetah Mampam
America
no Mampam America Mampam fast okay Mampam is fast I thought cheetah is the fastest animal on earth Mampam America na before the year to do Charlie we couldn't slow down it will be an it's not a speech that is after Nobaba can say unim say minor say we penaka 5 CD penaka no everybody knows it already yes it's as if you are doing it people even say I said nothing I don't know kai you understand? So that Omomoka said you should have painted the stark picture of the state of the no. Just 3 weeks ago we just did an election and we said the things we didn't like. In general, I don't think it was necessary. Just to say it was a gold standard speech. It was that perfect speech, original speech, relatable. He didn't bash the former president, even Bawumia. He didn't say any nasty stuff about them at all, which was a very good thing. And he was a bit forward-looking, probably more forward-looking. It's to say, look, yes, but I'm promising you that I'll tell you the truth. That's a serious issue. Obi can't publicly say, Mecca in the character every time of the day, any time that you want me to. And you tell you the truth. And also say hard work and of course making sure that corruption and all of those things. I mean, some can say the speech was about diligence, hard work, honesty, meritocracy. It's a way na fatawa. I said the mount. I say Juma say employment and all those things that have to be created. Inaugural speeches are not places where you come and start laying some deep policy issues. No. You just have to be broad. And I think he nailed it, really. He nailed it that well. He nailed it. That is a beautiful speech.
But Oka speech, and making reference to His Excellency the former President Nanado, Mamimbisa, there was a scene when His Excellency the former Vice President Dr. Bawumia Ekochia the President John Mahama. In fact, you saw the video. He bowed to him, that rapport between them. I don't know how you saw that scene when Dr. Bawumia was going to greet His Excellency the President.
I think, sir, it is the nature of Dr. Bawumia, by the way. I mean, Dr. Bawumia is not someone who you can say is arrogant. I don't think anybody says that about him, right? And he actually, when you present him with data and everything, he really respects it. And I think for me, the most important thing that gesture was to say, sir, Minia, I respect you. I bow. Not necessarily. It doesn't showing. It doesn't like a full respect and kofoya. I mean, that's Bawumia for you. And I think we should see that as a very conciliatory, because John Mama started lay the foundation for that particular issue for that particular picture or image that we saw. And I don't think, and people should not really be bothered that. I think that's his nature, and I think he values competition. He sees that. Well, look at what he did. The guy being considered way back before. You saw the data. I mean, that's Bawumia for you, and I hope that he has a brighter future, and we'll look at him and also see if at some point we have to shepherd him into the administration, and he probably will be president sooner than later.
Orakujo, am I penning for I invite you from the ECOWAS sub-region? And can one more Nancy say one much one free ECOWAS, the Burkina Fasos, the Nigers, the Malis, and all that. they were all present yesterday. What does this tell you?
You know, that's another thing. Osha, you know, it was interesting. Osha, Nene American say, regional ECOWAS and Kasano, I think they are failing badly. Osha, and I think that's where James Cham comes in. I suspect, later, sooner than later, if he's probably made ECOWAS chairman, you'll be surprised. Don't be surprised if those people come back again. But I think he really knows how to cut people's, should I say, attention, and he could be a better peace digger or peacemaker. And ever. I mean, look at how they were all happy to see him. You know, so there's something to be said about the new dawn of the Ghana's. I mean, we are proud that all these movements are actually happening, and I think he knows better than everybody else that there's no dull moment, and he needs to seize the opportunity to do as much as he can. Look, a stable West Africa is very good for us. Yeah. Rebels, Burkina Faso, I think it was good that they all came around, and I think we should give credit to the protocol teams of both the outgoing government as well as the incoming government to handle this thing, because it's not easy. It's not easy telling, I mean, like the outgoing government says, but why are you inviting these people? No, they are out of ECOWAS. No. ECOWAS is a separate matter. They are talking about neighbors, and if indeed we need to start trading with our neighbors, yes, it's the best thing to do, really. And I think it was a beautiful sight to behold.
Okay, but would you want to maybe say our share steps to bring these neighbors back on board the ECOWAS trainer? How should he go about it? What is he expected to do, Mr. Kudu?
Well, John has a retinue of experienced, should I call it, diplomats. So many of them. What was the Jifabampo's uncle, your friend is uncle. That very well esteemed diplomat, and they are all hanging around, and he could tap from them. It's fairly easy. I'm sure even Tinubu would be happy to do something like that. I think how you go about it, I don't think our problem. The most important thing is that at least these persons came to the inauguration, and they are sounding. Basically showing say, hey, Japanasem, Japan New Year Juma. Because that's also what it means, really. You see, once you've come, why not? New Year Juma, and I suspect John would do what the needful. I don't think the West Africa agenda is a difficult one for him at all. It is in the fact that I bet me are convincing the other leaders. But I think we all want them back. I think everybody wants them back.
Yeah.
Just the way now they handle Nyamano na Ankoyi, and we have to accept ourselves. And yes, ECOWAS or BBA, this is a commissar, Switzerland, $2 million to do office B. And yes, all these things, we are big. Nigeria is big. Ghana, we can't be doing these things. I think it's better to coordinate properly so that we can contain the peace efforts. Make sure that terror groups now, we will stand them and deal with them properly. There are a lot of moving parts.
But President Mahama has a 120-day social contract with Ghanaians. Now that he has the power, to me, and looking through the list, from nominating within 14 days the complete list of cabinet ministers, constituting the leanest and most efficient government under the Fourth Republic, establishing a robust code of conduct and standards for all government officials, holding a national economic dialogue to discuss the true state of the economy, and then within the first 90 days in office, script the following draconian taxes. Is it achievable? Because the clock has started ticking.
Only we. I think it is. I think it is highly achievable. Why? Because Oshabo just a few days. Just yesterday, right? That's all. I said 120 days. 120 days is really close. You really need to attain a lot. But at some point, if it becomes maybe difficult to attain one or two, he needs to be updating us, and I think he's likely to do that. That's why I said he'll tell you the truth at every point in time. But I think those things are doable. I mean, a National Economic Forum can be set up. It shouldn't be difficult. A lean government, as he said, he's promised 60 ministers. It shouldn't be difficult. He probably knows that by now. Taxes that ought to be rationalized or whether scrapped. There must have been some competent people who have done so. I know people like Sentekpe will be at the background helping and all of that. I mean, there's a template. Look, one thing I like to share, people don't know this, and maybe I want to share this. At the last transition, right? The last time the NPP took power, this is an interesting, anyway. So nearby, and say all the economic data, everything that the NDC had, John told said, give it to them. Just give everything. Make sure we don't want any issues. Give everything. Make sure everything is given to them. It is from that I'm saying, say they already through the transition period, they already have the numbers. I mean, unless of course. The NPP side did not give certain things. Okay, you know, NPP, the last thing they did, which started our troubles, was they were separating all kinds of debt. It was a very cavalier, very Don Quixotic way of trying to determine debt. It was Machiavellian and wicked. You don't do that. So if John and Co have all that data right now sitting before them, trust me, they've already decoded exactly what the tax level should be and what should go away. The only part really may be that maybe there must be a reason, there must be a discussion in the process when they do these things, and then rationalize by suggesting, say, okay, if we remove e-levy, for instance, what will happen? Immediately remove e-levy, there's a black hole, because already revenue nuclear endorsed. My suggestion is simple. Only also that fake fraudulent 5G contract now they on the microphone. You don't even know what that thing will hold in. That so-called what is Gianfranco say? We need some francophone people and I say Italian. So fraudulent thing, they should disband it immediately. 5G, no, the boy. Until now, they have not been able to roll it out as we speak. Because she claims that recently Mujana is being decided to say, "Anna 5G no ebaso." So only the Wayani Diana is left to the telcos. That's silly. What I think they should do immediately to plug the big hole in the e-levy, then is to go back to the board and sell the 5G license to the most important player in the country, MTN. Why am I saying this, Madam Fu? MTN is the only company that has the capability to everywhere to roll out this matter. I mean, it is unconscionable. CJ, why should you be planning? Say, me know here, Juma, competition. Ton cars, me ton cars. That's your friend is saying, you present my license to the person who wants to buy maybe Elon Musk new cars to sell. You see, CJ, there we are too successful. Who are big car company they bring to you from now. The Bema Obia on experience Biao. Obia starting like he gets one car then he sells. One car now now that's what Ursula did in the Ministry of Communication. Serious 5G licensing. What where the man in Crophobia and they depress the value of the 5G license to some, I think, $200 million, so $135 million. When the thing should be paying about $400 million US. I can't say MTN is too successful. Why do you panic? Can you imagine a party that is supposed to be promoting property rights has a minister? And that's one of the things that I'm so disappointed about. Capitalist-oriented property-owning democracy party. We say, we are punishing you. We want to give it to some fake people. Fake people do so. So fake entity, they are there. We'll be dealing with them shortly. It is they can plug a little hole in the e-levy if they go back to the drawing table and start renegotiating this 5G license. Because I don't know, it's money sitting there quickly. And you do your back channel assessment conversation and come back to me again to have the conversation.
All right.
Because I think it's important.
All right.
So they have the numbers. They can do whatever they want. But they also need some support and all of that. My brother.
All right. But finally, not me, governance without opposition. You know how it works like. What kind of opposition are you expecting from the MPP now that the NDC is in power?
Oh, I think the opposition would have to be very clever. Yaya Danfo, I suspect he's putting things, laying proper strategies ahead. And I think he's already started. The way he even jokingly said about the 24 economy yesterday, it tells you of things to come. I think he's really preparing his troops, for lack of a better word, to give some really competent, because you see, I know this is where he actually would have to really do the work. Because majority leader they say, they come, they can, whatever you say, it is supported and then it is done. And the work is doubly difficult now because they are in a real micro minority. Micro minority because even though it is of no effect. No matter whether you come to Parliament or not, they'll still pass those bills anyway. But we want a proper position. And I think, Afenyo Markin's leadership, and it was good they maintained him actually, because really, he has the history, he knows he's another proper, powerful advocate. And I think he really needs to rally they should look through and make sure, conform by selective for committees and all of that, are potent people who can actually carry us along as well. You see, the point is, it's not just fighting in Parliament too. Parliament, they can make the argument and they may be defeated, but they should carry their message and whatever they are against or whatever suggestions, alternatives they make, also to the public. But that's the only way they can be an effective opposition. So if they don't carry us along and they want to do this by themselves, then there'll be trouble.
They must carry us along. Mr. Kujo, thank you very much for your time. As always, we are grateful. Yeah, that's Papa. Ora Franklin Kujo, your founding president in Mani Africa, and you know, actually, and come on, Game Park Games, pay out, multiply, and your pay them 26 times, 29 times in Ticha, Nedi, Ultra 10 cities are 290 Ghana cities, Ultra 100 cities are 2,900 Ghana cities. Join the train and pick your number and win more mula. Me wa fa kwesi ade odike ono mene no ashase de da. Na mensaka lawyer Alexander Chumberima oya ban mu nipa. Michelle lawyer Chumberima oya ban mu nipa clear na pay me ana me nua so Council
as a man says, we start diabolic games be born. But means you may know not the Chiabo, but it's a Chayaba. And a pay me dress it that before me wanted that guy and run a puppet and the Baba if you may do it. I don't know if I'm going to Anthony Shells or Gusu as I'm really seeing the US. But dressing that wouldn't me. Aquaba, what I come at I didn't say now, Alex. To was you. Don't tell you that. Who bears I would get as a party by over your offer. I never could penaka. I got a coat of emblem, no coat of arms. And about of our wing. That's only where we are. I am Papa. Yeah. On one and the bottom was saying. But you teach you like a man. Oh, see, we need me. I didn't put you. I know what comes. But just can say. We drive memoir. Yeah, and one. Your bumpire say. I'm not one when your baby pass. Yeah. In all honesty, we are not men shebo. But the only promise I give is that people that we have related well with. Yeah. I mean, in the time I know for giddy or no, yourself. Yeah. We will still have that kind of cordial relationship along. And that's a friend that's what we've been to know. Who's an about one sound? One of us a bishop. And you know, media, and I've told you this thing even in private. Yeah. So nothing will change about you very much. I mean, we have been there before. Just be no. What you were the last time, you are not going to be that today. Yeah. You'll be a different person. Yeah. Never changes. But it's not really new to some of us. As I now was stage 5, maybe and they would not be at stage 6. what you want now go be, but you are just at a new place, but yeah, who be, but Nebo Empire, sir, said the 10-1, emphasize.
Yeah.
I don't believe in changing, becoming proud, or say there can be a some.
Maybe a whole.
Yeah, I know. But it's young. See the American. Bible says a hand time you're saying. That is a nipa obese and would can your hand time answer. Now hand time is in your body and that's any obese. So that's it. And you're not there. Minyami and Mukrano. Me bompa ye inside and tell them before cause me inside and if it was not there. No. Because listen, you have been nice with security guards. You have been nice with front desk
with cleaners and drivers and everybody else.
Then as one you know hostel.
But to me it is
to you. I know. So now to me no the answer what do one crop for?
Perfect.
And no difference.
Perfect.
For 2 minutes one crop for ma wabra boni nyin slaman pempem.
Me mbɔ nipa kro ni din but sɛ ne nansa Monday no mu ma ɛna okay good opening be frame CJ na opening no ɔwɔ abanda da anim CJ see I'll be a constant face on your show. I'll be a constant voice. Nipa your friend me about 4 months ago and now them
over and
what is it?
My deal phone is and I'm saying,
and I'm not how.
I know.
Me normally Tuesdays are man. I will be banning for banning. Yeah, about and I'm so maybe I some do by 10-15. No, so then the 10 of Canada upon man so could my minimum 15 minutes man.
Yeah.
What does it? Enti see friends when the business say we will make sure that our life will become a blessing unto so many people.
Sure.
The ahodi bit my idea buen pa bia na bit my idea boa. Anya bia no chena bi ye nisa akonya no so biem. Then pa kono bu odin kwaka say enya twuma bia nka ma haya me nyina kama nyina. That alone is I mean it's okay.
And I'm twum so.
What does it?
And sa bia yi mitimi koduru and sa di we mitimi ye.
So we will help people. I mean the ahodi bit my bia be ye idea boa. And the mess so no say wo abia so so menye boni aye. Kunyankopon krempe. Bible say mo ni so de awo. Ti say de obesi anya bia set sing. Say you sing. Mo ni so.
Lawrence Berma of the NDC and training kan lawyer answer na me ne wo fa hye nkomo no ase. Wo fa baby a me pese de nkomo no ko na masa ko lawyer ho. Is that so no nimre nti. The 4 areas His Excellency the President a boss. Okay, but that's fine. That's fine. Now okay, economic restoration, implementation, improvement of business environment, governance and constitutional reforms, the fight against corruption.
Okay, so you find one after the other.
Good.
And the first one, how can I
economic restoration.
Or mine on the con ni economy.
Yeah.
Your cotton toya economy. Your cotton anta economy. Okay? So economy no our problem. The fundamentals, you can say they are dead. The fundamentals are dead. So I was say for can be also it me resurrect no. Okay? Na ma de oton no yetimi ato. De okoton so anya bi ato. Because ba we asem bi o kan me remfida. Was it the economy is nothing but your pocket. But the pocket can be good. It links to the next issue. Was it business then?
Improvement of the business environment.
Good. So business environment need a boost to improve ya. Or the Ventures basamba. Yeah, you know, Masino in the late 90s. Any that day, Bronya Yakasum ye, when the Madumwa shop out in not there was one maybe I know will take it from one day what but whatever say. Don't say on the shop on minimum. Oh, minimum. Okay, I see. All right, so you see, Sabrano or the Ventures, I will know what the business or the private sector by Juma. And so all running the year and the shop on my friend about 30. Now we are pushing 24-hour economy. And we are saying so we will make it attractive to the private sector, including Odike Ventures.
Yes.
That means that I'll say nema about the Avengers go come never let me cure the Avengers eba. Now instead of 30 no of 90. If 90 people are working and they are all being paid well because he is making gains from there, for that reason he's able to pay his workers well. Sikabani bottom, the economy will run well because what time bit to be. So these two runs together. It's a business at any year. Your crabber, your mama promised flat rate at the port, and promised to also set up a kind of financial vehicle, be a best supporting. Well, never be doing a winning cigar or the be ye. But my be a crabby idea. You now be a bosom bear me and Sunday 9 with the tree and back. Now, what me and how I prayed all those things come into force as quickly as possible. Send money in a question on your crabber. Oh, a big bedroom, obit me and the money, but you know a shot to crack. No flow be name one. But the resource be how we rely on now. On Frodic. On Frochum. So what I say? He will go there, seek it. When the second year or they ye at the abba perfectly or a man a cosso. Now you might for one at Mono with me run me a drum kay. Dear Renny or CJ. Said the money and not make us a mission of police. Mrs. So be a Juma 1 time when you come for example. I pretend the person and a frozen on over Tanzan over the was. Only one ad. Now we look on the TV, one way out, put under here. Why we know? So we look at time for excuse me to say unnecessary things. You will not say because you are busy, you are working. Ubiako the Ventures and one time your morning shift. Upon in Rena was signing by B company bees who have be a good night shift to be up. If you are running our country like this, who will complain? It's only 24-hour economy. Then the third point is what?
And the third one is governance and constitutional reforms.
You can't run the economy well and the businesses well if you don't have proper governance structures.
Okay. On the list, I was say constitutional reform.
Oh, there be say no mono accordingly. He just mentioned.
Okay.
But I agree with you, sir. I mean,
because leadership and the economic, good economic environment.
So I agree that we need to do reforms because see here, many opportunity to transitions, you know. And never many who be no. What mean can be. And then the kind of hand be. See, Abani and the Juma. But conditions were the abroad. So truly and truly, we need to revive certain things. Na yamani jina baby ese jina. Na ye na papa. Because anya sa da biya ba ko ba besi ya sa. But prior to the elections, we can't continue to be doing the same old thing and a different results. How would that work? And then there need to be a new thing to get a new result or a clean or perfect outcome. So yes, governance reforms, constitutional reforms, we are going to do it. Our constitution has been with us for over 30 years now. 1992. Okay. So it's over 30. But why be? But seem to be a woman. To and radio station be from no be some question be say. Lawyer, na say yeah, Sabana sorry in take off.
Yes.
Na free sabre ba pese mampani ba so funa mu what didn't say no. When I mampani no mampani no. Was where should I'm saying there's a vacuum.
Yeah. In fact, on the midnight of 6th January, the guest and I'm more TV, so that issue came up.
Exactly.
There wasn't.
No, there is.
There wasn't. No.
There is. Okay. So read the constitution well on the must be care ban. Where the president and the vice are incapable of performing.
Of course.
But incapability in my is it? Okay. So there should be a president to be capable.
Of course.
Or incapable. But was there a president? No.
Incapacitation, yes, sir. 2 million my president no at that time you transfer my babin.
I know say
you transfer your babin. It babin is still first akopem bra.
Yes, President.
Yes. I share a different opinion on his argument.
Okay.
I know that even among lawyers in the crowd, when you're different lawyer, be honest, of course, perfectly. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. But to my knowledge and my understanding, there was that short or little vacuum, you know. I know. But you know, we need the reforms to be able to fix all these things. What I say, and in the reforms in the here, some institutions one more than no. The way some of them they serve, the way they operate, the way they relate. As if so one more year, Papa be over papa now. Yen yes, but some year. Yen ya board is about some year. 1 year, Papa, you are not doing us any favor. But look at the way some of them relates. Look at the way some of them behaves. Wouldn't be me, but some of them at the wedding. Oh, say, good. Or Baba, some year near Triana Cabo. But Emrana or no, so what I say. I'm man, come on, Lord on himself. Lord on himself over the people, over us. What I agree. And these reforms will lead to order and master. What your children with reforms need be banan be a copy of being saying, and you know, say, Chumpo di Casamunti, annoyance. Yes, so. Selective when you're gonna mind. So who say yes animal women and sacramony reforms inti ebia kubana I was at chumu free na konyo wote so and I say be say obi twene ho a and you say chumu na chumu so mpa sigasam and o da bi obona tintin was so free o da bi. The right things need to be done.
Yes, standard one.
Exactly. To who sa and kasa yam penasem nti what be but then for ni sa de na chi. The last one
corruption. Yeah, the corruption fight.
Ade ba ko adi o man we nya kase aye de nya me de aso mafa na me kwambe de me de maso ya mbeta kan say sa wogi ye ne mpo na bia ma na papa bi ba ye mpo a be ka say oh wo de na mbo nti de ka bi kwa je wo de jama nka no bu wo bu ye mbra yesu tije obi wo ha wo bu ye mbra yesu wadi ye sika wie nu hwa ade bi mi ne de ye ho asam baba ebere no so me kwan say nkasa ye be kasa ya temo man sika kota de bi dia besi krom ha ade no what mama tribute because I was like I'm a cop deep I've not been given that permission to speak to the for now the mama more see but when you ask questions that you're supposed to get relevant answers now how new year senior you try the bre wa as any part ba na dwene nya dwuma sabi
ya bi ono so uni mu hwe.
Now what say confront the case of the camera no o mayi sem bia o kan ya no no the case must je kono kwesi manan na mente apo
wo no asam ne fa e so ba be ya na be mantre mu no
sa pani no suma ne men kasa deputy mbo ne so bonus ba ko ko ni ba wan mbo o deputy ne deputy no ma ba Nivan Matras question now. Can you answer these questions? Or say no, I'm sorry. This artist level that are beyond me. And indeed we know it is beyond him. So we have to discharge him to go. CJ. And this half one in an or tell me a come on. A do and my body. My cat was answer. O cousin Becca and you ha. As soon as in the make an answer. Only yellow no. O Danny. But Danny and Mason as you. So anyone be a diomaninya so okay we been babo pum besra say mama kwan na me nsom ye mom kwan no and one my ancestors for and for that reason we won't allow and another so we will not allow opposition of course you're from Tamaso the traffic metro CJ
official pa
come to here na CJ who we are with answer no ya dem ampani tena konwa so wa ma hobi
ni ampesa odi kan ye ne say wa beto aban mu nipa
correct
yeah ote won sabe mu so wadaroma chia no man aban mu nipa
na sa propaganda we ya o se odi be na e say me hu ba bi e free ball akonya kra you say ba person can express enti obetina ho ya o ye say obu nu ba yo
aban mu nipa
enti
as well can that's it
and obi say wa fu nyina to
obi to left
sakubensio
to left channel o to Casper say wa say
sakubensio na one
o say the to left one to anymore na one to kan na
chia aban mu nipa o te won sabe nkum so chia no
e say odi post yo
I mean, the stress is about me.
I am a child. Is it? I started more coat of arms. Are you giving the back? I know the coat of arms back. But in any case, see the mommy apologize. Say, the more Musta station back, so you are not paid you. No, me say we be boom. Now, oh yeah, I don't pay mommy chairman. And I'm my mom official. Sure. So we shall phone. I mean, your penny so about it. Is no? I feel an approach. But in Germany, no call. Now in run next and they go that come on and now you so singing the woman part say e bedo twedi ampoase Ghana enyo mampani foforo
ya netra kunya wa adentin wa
mamen kama so
lawyer allow
yenya o mampani Ghana fo nyina di yere akose ni mu tumi a Ghana fo akekere e ahye Johnny Nsano His Excellency the President of the Republic Ghana for Ajia tumu Ajiedi Boshe ni nsema o kai nyina say Ghana for say in the next 48 months no I will say hu sa anamontu no ewo yeman mu sije oye na ye ya ebi be kame amete ha say otiase nti die wo mu ni say die di kan no ye be bom pa ya ma no afi na wa ba fofo unyane akoyin I say the chief of staff for the
lawyer chairman we are measure ba
say 2 minutes back I dey John Muhammad Chenwa yawo nyabuti nyabuti afi da maba nyabuti na utu hu mi ache kwa yamu sisi
na se minimum say ja
odi akonya minti ni kan
akwa habanesi
let's all be fair okay Omaya ya chichiri no. It is good to have a good opposition. But all the time, ye may be wo may I don't want to repeat it. Because my better hand can be paid. Ebi o decade no nka but me new your team is abenkumisi. On the 7th, there be me yes I'm nyini. You want via nebia e koma post bi no aka se nkrofo wa haye. So because I somehow on the 7th of January, I permit to Aboba ku go say kwajo Dwaso Nsem. Some minister start adwuma ya che. Adom 106.3 there. Kwajo start here na just after you lose you 2008. I feel na near better atinka no money nema. Na me ni kwesi pratum. Any idea. I na baba jama we.
Hey, yeah.
We know who say and we so much communication afa.
Is it Bugana Abomeza?
So, I'm sure I did come.
In fact, I mean, there be.
We want to translate. Into my come as no,
but as some of Kafa, Tumberry Mahono.
Said, is there a communication? Oh, yeah, Kolakra. That is one person to some about Jamadi. May never buy Jama. Also, more no and a tea, I think, and you could see price. Oh, that's it. It's communication. Yet, I said, I'm saying, near maybe we'll room her communication with Nianjo. But a near Master San, I was also to Mr. Someone Namo. Sir, Otiase.
Yeah.
The Miss can say. And the me can say, Ubisa said to say, Monsieur, Yamede Miaba, but the Akajana John Mahama, Min can be sir, Debbie, mean yes, sir. I know they start here until I'm seeing you not. I said that my money. As at on the 17th or as at on the 7th of January 2017. And this in Ibia and the call radio. So second by this time I'm here. So and I do in. Pe, my son, I never want to say. Oh, Nyamide, why did you? I can't kufuado.
Oh, say enka and 8 January.
me say opa the best producer in this country Dominic Freno obey bi ama o ti ase but me see me person me tina me see nya me na me kama se
sure
the American say Ora John Mahama ye Ghana fo nya gidie wonum gidie no manya me Ghana ni enema waka nyina sije ototo ni ya ebi be kame and am boa
no correct
and I have no choice o say and Ora John Mahama say why 24-hour economy or the document about 2 cedis me ko me force document say me to 5 cedis oh ti me come as you have been just sije me bi sawo so dem me pekra na document about 2 cedis me ko me catch the document say me to 7 cedis me bi sawo
Debbie
Intimate me say bukaka.
Yeah.
Iti the woman ni say anamo a watu no. Any Ghana for watu no. And then Ghana for person ni be di nkomo bia biemu. En komo ni nyina kese ne say what somehow kan no bibia ka yanya gidie wo mu. Ya ma wo executive wo presidential say it is different. But we have given you overwhelm mandate and ameboa. The atosum yenu parliament na esi hono no. Masan the amount the ope be a fire and I'm a boy. Unim the NTA or said that the endorsement a come Barbin. Or person children say parliament now, you know, half your media and a half your audio. At any time I speak to my people, they will hear. So what you say? Into CJ, the woman is a young umpire man. They decline. Yame mano a hoarding. On money nim dear pa. Afi anamo Ghana etunu nyame emano enka ni tirim enni ni tirim dem oda sori anopa bia na enka kai ne se mitu anamo bi me bisa Ghana fo me kan bi kire Ghana fo na Ghana fo nya gidie omi ho so what you say
yes
enti nyame mua no no man is nim die no na namo ne ni hihye nyina wa ye enye yi eye a that is how his political party can stay in power and I'm a boy. Now, and no chairman could you buy to because and $1. And then I'm 16 years, you didn't come and then 15.7, and I'm a boy.
Yeah.
Me force in net say a normal dollar, Emra 8 cedis. Me force in new.
It's not possible.
But I would demand say a bit about 8 cedis. Do you understand that? Because a negotiate in next April, right? Your man will need budget. And near my year, budget to be a to honor. The appropriation is ordinance or the
yeah.
So what you say? Where Ghanaians will begin to witness, say ampa, obese bobi no pepe bi mayen say April nyame be na dom na the Minister of Finance me am gidi se be me nua keto ato na obeko ho say obeba ba be gina Parliament as a member of Parliament na ode ne budget abeto Ghana fo ni na Ghana fo bi hu se budget hope hope ewo mu ana hono na san komo na ene anope yete ya edinu ya start ya criticism about budget na oni ba bi eko that's what me tia no me want to be sorry because me senior chain no
oh yeah
I know you retiree on
yeah but right now Chairman, quick response on me. Honorable John Dinapo Efiasie raising issues with our energy sector. In fact, he has raised the alarm. Say the previous government, enough fuel. Maybe in the next 2 days, we are going to start experiencing power outages. Why do you leave such a huge burden on the incoming government?
Oh yeah. Why a transition 1 month? Till the American you. Yes, in this dispensation.
Yes.
We don't leave government in 1 hour. Okay? In governance, we don't leave it 1 hour. As 1 hour that has changed, you don't come and do this gymnastics and those things. What did I make a change?
Me too.
Oh, Timia, Jinapo, vast experience in energy. Okay?
Yes.
And then I could forward buy one more number or yeah, and then obo or move a cotton fee. I could forward on finance. 1 hour, na ya amount. 1 hour na the amount and now you can say 1 hour no and you for do aban bi oja uteku oja utro tell Ghanaians how you are going to fix it. Anything now constitution say 1 hour. One man can't just say 2 days. One man can 2 days, one man can 5 hours. You say 1 hour. We shouldn't leave the government. Go and check the constitution. We shouldn't leave the government 1 hour. Into and run 4 days. No, coach Raj or Mahama no. The Jumesi. And I'm me team in no can be about 3 days. Ne cast in any money. I don't think I'm a president elect. But you're sworn in. I said Kufuor to see instructional or the Amanon. I can't go for that kind of 3 days, no beko. Or no, I'm sister station. So the point is that me, sir, I'm not ready at this time, CJ, who did American?
Me too.
I'm not ready at this time to come and sit here and tell you, say, listen, I never said no can Moko 2016, Muja energy debt, 5 point something billion. I go for the say we 2 billion. Now, you be this uncle now. Okay. On fix it, whatever is there. Okay. I remember when Kufuor took over in the year 2000, in the year 2001. Fuel, the national fuel and Kasakwana na ye kan ho asem. Ye nyina say President Kufuor beka, how to show complain here. But rather he moved. Oh no, the ministers any Hakman Echo Nigeria. Yeah. Kobun kotoje e Obasanjo ho. Say ye di jet fuel na buy yo, say ye di ship so buy yo so dey yo. He fixed it. And do they say, oh, yeah, fuel out of fixed power generation. I don't know. I don't go bunko to your normal power. Now, Chairman,
okay. Lawyer, lawyer 2 minutes. Now, uncle. Oh, no, continue. My 2 minutes now. Lawyer 2 minutes. 2 minutes now in Dow. I am 5 minutes now.
Lawyer Babemuna wouldn't intimidate you.
2 minutes now. Sorry.
I mean, as in Petia, our coming into government is to come to serve Ghanaians. The issues that President Obama raised here, I mean, those 4 areas now.
Yes, the 4 areas. Yes.
They are all key things that connect to each other. If you don't fix them well, you will get a problem with that.
Absolutely.
I agree with you. Absolutely. Exactly.
All right.
That's my service.
That's it. Offer, my member ahead. And then after the 4 areas, you know, discuss. Offer.
And the 4 areas, you know, they interrelate. Say, your mama, when serious say they can obey, they did carry a constitutional reforms. I don't know what's for money the topmost priority. Yeah. Why am I saying this? Leadership and the drive of economic fortunes and economic recovery and economic restoration and resilience of economy. Everything about the economy derives from leadership. Now your constitution, lack leadership structures. Your constitution, I give you a lot of discretionaries to political appointees. It is a busy dealing with corruption. You're busy dealing with economic issues. You're busy creating enabling environment for businesses to triumph. I just say I fix the constitution. It is the mama kikani 9 ano. They interrelate. So on your constitutional review, ebe mitigate corruption because corruption emanates from leadership. We need to restrict leadership from corruption. Nebetumenya sadia no a constitution and also tackle the first. Now enyema discretionaries. Am I betting for no akwanya? Am omudo omutiri mu po. It decided so many things. Don't wanna turn it out to there be 4 thematic areas.
Yeah.
It is mama constitutional review, restoration of the microeconomy, creation of enabling environment for business, and corruption our bobosono. Nina a subset to constitutional review because adia magana and Penfonia query and now say womunya kwan edu womu discretionaries eye niam bia it turned out to be against the will of the people, no, the constitutional mandated issues are, and then you can say, look, you can corruption. Yada man for at the akosi bribery ne ebi asika sema dabi you can cronyism, nepotism, favoritism, divergence of funds, so many things, and a corruption, a very broad, thievery, bribery, nina shemobi, family and friends. Your friend is saying, what do we call it? Adewe. Macacronism, nepotism, favoritism, said the meaning. Eti, and you may encompass in a dozen. Now, say, bet me as a nation. Ghana for Kasafa, the lack of leadership structures in our constitution. And I'm sure I'm book now, me brave. Yeah. Maka command on mama copy. Say on trim and our constitutional body no be certain. We will all present our views on the lapses in the constitution. There's no country with an economic environment conducive. Now we need good leadership. Yes, Uganda, your problem now acquire leadership paralysis. Now leadership paralysis now your complaining emanates from the certain portions of our constitution. And also say yes, powers are president, they are appointing ministers, from parliament, any other. The moment the president does that, Yana ministers they are doing the beck and call of the president, and president and also our immunity and no matter we are constitution and no tanta na sabio odike kura kokasa radio so na anya government what so ne da na ya block odike aduma we nyina as a citizen, because powers that be no akasa say odike ba ma mo hwe nanim na ya ti omamu na so be other critic of the government no about be enemy to the whole country. None the talent any sabio innovations or war to help develop this country, no. Now you deny no. It is a domama nyama na waka no. Me de me woni say ni nyina ya de ba ko. Ni nyina se constitutional review na ase. Won't mean ka so be fight corruption wa bra state institutions na e ho se sia na aye partisanship no. Ye de no be ya adwuma na nya resource foforo enye no kore. Ana one kaza president no kwan so no. When it mean call and could do a form, because you are going to work with people. It is the only time about all that the steps of the appointees is to have a refined leadership structure, sir. A be mitigate executive intrusion of conform with man. Eti yera mama won some now can pa but ya kana ka and na kufu ado ba o kan we nyina bi o keka we nyina bi but then now constitution na one tackle now jadi yet and now for some abusuasam any you know akwa say akufu ado ebe the most corrupt gentleman in this country, because on one kasa no ne nkrofo no mu ya adwuma ni nyina hu say yantima constitution no bibi dia and ye enko eti yera mama.
Okay,
it is enema waka no ni nyina kwosha de ba akum, so benya good economic environment just as a constitution no say you bet me I carve a new way of dealing with corruption. I just as a constitution say you benya good economic environment. Ama attract foreign direct investment. I just as a constitution, because when you be anwa obabe invest in an environment a rule of law in yeduma. Obabe invest in an environment a friend is saying abana kwanye discipline both physical and monetary policies or the benino and like discipline. When you be anwa beba and your currency be the discipline actions of the executive. It is a Jawa executive say you should discretionary say the opera. Now said the Kufuado Abe Abisuno overwhelmingly ya. My brother, men kwama dwene dia. Enyama wo kanina abebe mo a, let us tackle the constitutional reforms.
Okay.
Ye tackle ya no a. Said the Bible ka say monwe Onyankopon na hinye ne tene kanede dia kanina abeba no. That is where I think we should start from.
But that's it. Me wa fa kwesi ade odikeni ete ne kan. Chairman, mama fa last bite in the man na. Yeah, so we were looking at the 4 thematic areas and Roman Penny a boss so what they baby dijuma economic restoration, improvement of business environment, governance and constitutional reforms, and the fight against corruption. And how you feel he should tackle these areas.
Well, Viana, me your penny started kind, but media who hear me pay the constitutional reform. Yes. And somehow I can restoration of the economy and all those and Randu B can say a friend saying and Roger Mahama Wakasa pa said there Wakasa one man who say may or Nina Nadu we said you're born anado abasona Mr. Mungo to speech in here. Said we did another attempt the chain BBA. Okay, take your time and read the speech. Now say you are going to get out of the darkness here. You are going to see a new light. As an as yes, soon be monu bonka be more obabe ye free mo. And I'm just say oko. At the time that he's pointed it out to say no. What do you guys just show presino? What did I make an answer? No, yeah, me say many problem. Me at this stage, CJ, me say I'm not in the line of any criticism. Not at all. We need to give the gentleman a time. Give him a time.
How much time?
Me number one. And on starting here and all kind of speech, Mate say Muada and only be there. By the way, a lot of your presenters are talking about say, and I'll say the next idea 100 days, and your man obey your free. If you are fair to him, 100 days in the crown, no any budget. And that's why you say executive instrument by saying some materials is here, I'm missing my chat, 11 more. Say what you say. And two. On to me, ain't try ye levy move by executive instrument. I still the Parliament because you need that to me no.
Yeah.
Because a tax component. Say what you say. Oh, they make come as oh, they been here more. Oh, they make come as
okay.
They make come as Troto, Opa, you say, oh, you're senior, I bet you about 2 minutes, but now they can was
time in put here. I say, I can't edema with your
media penny, wait a man 10 seconds video, a person count. It's the American say. Ne policies are all ye no. The policies in now ye CJ. Ye man of time. The only time I bet me I started I critique about John Mahama's document is in the first time he present his budget to Parliament. So Oja say
yes.
It's a no better in chain. The who hear me pie is our constitutional review. Now maybe take away constitutional review side again. So what you say? It is very important. Say you bet to me restructure our executive power net. Of course. So to me restructure our executive power now. And a bit more may I couldn't.
You feel there's too much power.
Too much power.
Executive.
Too much power.
Yeah.
And based upon that, almost no be able to. I had that. 18. Sabi, I see a better way. Sabi, me papa Kufuor decided to obey. Professor Mills best start here. Roger Mahama be so obey. Nana Kufuor baby cry nanka mani je ho kese baako. Anka saa tumi ne ye restructure wi ake this saa tumi better e wo mra ye can say ye be elections in all the MCs and ECs in the municipality.
Yeah.
Ka saa tumi ne wo ho ne ya election. Any ya mandate say saa sika say na say community from federal ka can for that to me kan chiro bi say mu sika mo bagigi nyina mo fa nkoto consolidating fund and say na ya pesika the aba district. Because MC is elected one. Obetimi asemra say saa district remember president in 2019 the father saw a federal because in that district he is the head of DISEC.
Yes.
Inti nyema ni bebree ke betumi asesa. To me na ekita president no mode. And number 2, my catch me most friends in the other political side say executive president now elected by the name say America for the answer no. Yanto abadema political party. Oh, I say now political party any leader. Anytime be na political party leader no to one say who di niam niama enfata the party can go to Congress. This is South Africa there no. Okay. Now yes sound. It can be a go for go ntwane mri.
Parliamentary system.
And clear parliamentary system. Oh, South Africa there na. South Africa there no where there two abano emma political party. Now political party no wo leader as executive president. And say I'm on mandate for 4 years, and Tressa or the cable to me at the 4 years. MPP and corner and then far. This time be a case on now go for don't changing appointees on yes say now the party in himself don't be co-positioner or my Congress near you near the another leader about it happened in South Africa twice. Tebo and Becky Jacob in Zuma. So one more your term. All right. So what you say? It is very important. I say yes, it's our constitutional. You say to me, you're not to me no. A big political party no. Nsem. Chairman, mami enda wase na yemfa.
Meso kaka na kan say. Ya wi na. Meso madwe say enka yenko independent candidate cha enko pem parliament. Na executive powers no and start enko so parliament. All right. The parliamentarians na komun kono on individual friend say. Me that's it. Your mama levy IMF condition. And we are still in IMF. And then we are done. All right.
But I say, me wa fakosia de odike chairman Kwadwo Boateng Agyeman. And Minia Alexander Chumba of the NDC. Yes, sorry, so.